We're live. Hello, beautiful people. Good evening, good morning, good afternoon. Thank you guys so much. Yeah, okay. It's a good evening from Nigeria. You guys, thank you so much for tuning in. Welcome, welcome, welcome to the live stream. Welcome to the channel. If it's your first time here, thank you so much for tuning in. Let me know how you saw this live stream. Let me know if YouTube just did me a favor and just said, oh, yeah, come and watch Rosie Ketch's live stream, or if somebody suggested it to you, or let me just know how you saw it. If it's your first time here, a special welcome to you. Thank you so much for tuning in. Please, please, please do me a favor. Click the subscribe button, subscribe to the channel if you are just coming in for the first time, or if you have been coming first, but you know how it is on this little street. Your spirit has not shattered you yet to just support the girls' ministry and subscribe to the channel. Today is the day where your spirit is telling you, and I'm telling you with your spirit to subscribe to my channel. So please subscribe to the channel if you haven't. Yes, thank you. If you're a returning subscriber, thank you so much for always coming back to the channel. You guys are the reason why I come every Wednesday. Every Wednesday, you're the reason why I just say, okay, Rosie, come and do this thing. I know that my people are going to show up. You guys, thank you so much for always coming back. If you're a returning subscriber, thank you. Please, when you come around, give this video a thumbs up, a massive, massive thumbs up. Like this video, share the video if you can, because now what happens is when you share the video, other people that have not been able to see this one that I've started will see the video and will come and interact. And you know that my live streams are always interactive. They are always, always where you want to be every Wednesday. Thank you so much for coming in. Yes, guys. And I want to say something also. My membership button is on. Oh. You can join my membership. There are a lot of perks, and there are, you know, shout out to my first member, Honey's Kitchen. She joined the membership. So yes, if you've not joined the membership, on top of my page, you're going to see the join button. Join there. I think up to 6 different perks. You can click to join the membership. And let me know if you're coming in, like, just support the channel and everything. Thank you guys so much for coming in. Thank you. So yes, we're live, and today we're having a very juicy topic. I know that we've been having YouTube Good videos, live streams for a minute, and I just said, okay, it's YouTube, and it feels like every time we're on YouTube, we're just talking about YouTube, how to grow on YouTube, and whew, as much as those work, because people always learn from live streams, I feel like even the things I feel like I know, um, I still get to learn more, and even the things that I know, so people who will come on the live stream will still get to see those things that I know and learn from what I have to say and what other people who come on the um, live stream, the other guests, what they have to say. That's the point of live streams. Like it's just, and that's why I like to use StreamYard. It's just always not only me, other people can come and learn from my live streams and also So yes, sorry about that. So people always just come and they always get to learn something from the live stream. That's the point of live streams for me, and that's why I always try to make it interactive. But I said today that it's been plenty. Learn this on YouTube. Don't do this on YouTube. So I said let us rest. Let's take a vacation. Next week we are going to do YouTube growth video. Talk about YouTube growth. But for today, we're going to be doing something um away from YouTube growth, because this channel is not only about YouTube growth. In this channel, we'll talk about YouTube growth, we'll talk about life issues. Yeah, you check my intro, you're going to see that I talk about life issues too. I want to talk about things that relate to us, that affect us. So yes, on this channel, we'll talk about life issues. So and things that matter, things that I think we should discuss. So yes, thank you so much for tuning in. And on the channel today, you can see from the thumbnail what we're talking about. The reason we're talking about this is that a lot has been going on in the social space, and like even people that you know personally, and you see a lot of times people who are older, people who are like people who are way older than maybe us, this generation, or like the older people. I don't mean like old. I don't mean like 100 years. I mean like people like in their 50s and 60s, like even in their 60s, from the 60s. I feel like they feel, or there's this notion that maybe the younger generation are very impatient when it comes to marriage, and that's the reason for a lot of divorces, a lot of separation. So that's what this topic or this live stream is going to be about. We're talking about um, what happens in marriages, and asking if in marriage, like the thumbnail says, is an unhappy marriage better than a failed marriage? Because I know people will just be like, no, it's not better. But we see a lot of times when things happen, people advise women, advise people to stay in unhappy marriages because they feel like, oh, you built this, you built that to that person, you have kids together, focus your energy on the children. I hear that a lot, and I don't even know how I feel about that, but I don't know, maybe some people talk about that in this video, maybe another video. Why people say focus on the children, focus on your children. I know it's from a good place, but is that not saying like, okay, stay in this unhappy marriage, but just look at the product of this marriage? And sometimes people also say, I'm staying for the children. My children were going to be broken when they are going to be broken when I leave. All those stuff. So yeah, is it better than the broken marriage? And when people have actually found the strength to leave these broken marriages, you hear a lot of times people just like put them down and say you're not patient enough, you were too strong headed, you could have stayed, you didn't want to stay, you would have worked things out. A lot of marriages that have been worked out, they had rough beginnings, they have had rough times initially. So all these things just really, are things that we hear in marriages. So this video is what could be the reason for the high rate of divorces in this, you know, our time, in this generation, or presently. Why is it that people are not staying as much as they used to? So yeah, that's what I was talking about in this video. So is it better to be in an happy marriage or a failed one? Which one is better? So guys, thank you so much for tuning in. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Keep coming. Please share the live stream if you can. When you see the live stream, share it, please. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I'm going to try to share the live stream. Please, when you come around, say hi to the host. Say hi to the host when you come around. Say hi to the host. Say hi to the host. Say hi to the host when you come around, please. Thank you. Keep coming. Keep coming. Keep coming. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Yes, Kiki. Welcome, Kiki. Thank you so much, Kiki. Sorry, I was checking something on my phone. I'm trying to see if I'm going to see the live stream to share. That's something I talked about on StreamYard. StreamYard doesn't let me share my videos for a very long time. But I hope you can see the ads, Kiki. Let me know. Let me know if you can see the ads. Thank you for coming, Kiki. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Please help me share the video if you can. Help me share the video if you can. Yes, Kiki, thank you. Thumbs up, done. So you can help me share the video so that I can probably share from your own share. You guys keep coming. There's no ads. There's supposed to be ads, though. They've started, though. As in this whole my, I feel like at this point, when I'm even doing my live streams, I think I should just even forget about ads because thank you, Kiki. I think I should forget about ads on my live stream because almost every Wednesday since I got monetized, when I start my live streams, they will tell me, some people say they can see ads, others say they cannot see ads. I tried to make this video as ad suitable as possible. I didn't put any offensive DP or offensive title. I also feel like YouTube just want to do their own thing on this my ad matter on this video. So I'm just going to forget about the ads. I hope. 'Cause I don't know. I got it monetized before I started the video and I checked. I left it for a while. They didn't tell me any ad suitability issue. No, 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 no. So don't know what to do about that. So I'm just going to focus on the live video because we have a lot to talk about. And whew, let's see how that goes. Let me know if you see the ads when you come around. Let me know if you see the ads when you come around. Yes, 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 yes. You guys keep coming. Kiki has shared the video. Thank you. Thank you, Kiki. Thank you, Kiki, for sharing. I'm actually even trying to see it from Kiki's end. Since she has shared, hopefully I can see that Kiki has shared. So let me see. Kiki, how far? Let me see what happened. Okay. Let me know what happened. Okay. I can see it from Kiki's end. Oh, it's fine, Kiki. It's fine. I'm really just going to keep on asking. I don't know what it is. I don't think my title has anything like. Ah, well, at least you can see dollar sign. So people should be super chatting me since there are no ads. Let me use super chat and whole body. Since there are no ads, like I don't know why YouTube does this to me. My video of last week that I spent how many hours here, ads will come, ads will go, and it's just a lot. YouTube is a lot. But like I said in the beginning of this video, that today, welcome, welcome, welcome. I don't want to talk about YouTube stress. I just want to cool off from YouTube wahala. I want to cool off from YouTube wahala. Oh. Let us all rest from YouTube wahala because before you know, you just become stressed about this whole thing. Every time we're talking about YouTube, 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 and let's just take a break. It's like, okay, you're on YouTube, you do YouTube, you post videos for YouTube, and we still talk about YouTube. Okay, hello, welcome, Okpe's Corner. Okpe, did you see ads? Did you see ads when you came in? So yeah, um, let's just talk about something else apart from YouTube, and just um focus. Because if I keep asking about this art issue, I'm going to just stay on this art thing, and it's just a lot. You do a lot of things. You come and sit here for hours, and YouTube will not put ads, and I don't even get to. You guys just keep watching the video. Hopefully. So yes, so I hope people can see the dollar sign anyway. That's all this one. Everybody, is there dollar sign, Kiki? But can you see the dollar sign? Oh, Okwe saw ads. Kiki, Okwe saw ads. Oh, that's good. Oh, thank you, Okwe. So maybe they are showing the people and not showing the people. So it's okay. So guys, I just talked about why we're talking about this video. I said that a lot of times you hear people like the older people talk about the fact that in this our generation, we're not patient in marriages. Marriages are always ending because we're not patient. We don't endure. There are a lot of good marriages you see after 10 years, 20 years, 30 years that they have gone through their hard times, and that every marriage has their hard time. Every marriage has a time where you struggle, you do things together, you go through bad things together, and oh, thank you, Kiki. And you come out of it well. That's when you see the success. That if you come out of it too early, you don't see the success. And that was too early. You're too quick to come out of marriages and everything. So, what do you think is the reason for you know the high rate of divorce right now? Do you think that we're not patient this generation? Mendez, John Neps. Yes, Mendez, welcome. Drone ups. Okay, drone ups. Welcome, Mendez. Thank you so much for coming in. Welcome to the live stream. Yes, thank you guys. Thank you, Okpe. So I'm going to drop the link very, very soon so that we can come in and talk about it. Do you think that we're actually very impatient, like our generation, we're very impatient, or do you think that it's just some things that we're just beginning to not take, and people are actually choosing themselves, putting themselves first? What are your thoughts? I'm going to share the link. When I share the link, I'm going to pin it as always so that I don't have to keep on sharing the link. Like when somebody wants to join, you know that okay, the link is there to join. And yes, guys, the membership button is on. No, you can join. No, if you want to join, yes, the super chat button is on. Support the girls ministry. Yes, thank you, Mendez. So that's the link. You can come in and join. Let's talk about this. Let's talk about this. Yes. You guys subscribe to the channel if you haven't. Share the video if you can, so more people can come join the live stream. Thank you, Kiki. How are you doing? How are you doing, Kiki? I said today I don't want to talk about YouTube street. I don't want to talk about YouTube. Let us rest from YouTube. YouTube. Even people that used to go to school for YouTube, they used to take vacation. So YouTube school, YouTube school, YouTube school. Let us rest today. Today is vacation. Let's talk about life issues and talk about other things that concern us, that relate to us, you know, and not YouTube today. Maybe next week we'll do YouTube. Okay, expenses, a lot of things cause the bottom line. It's not only, yeah, I know it's not only impatient. That's what I was saying. Like, I'm just giving an example of what a lot of people say that is the reason, why it just doesn't work anymore. Like, this is why it doesn't work, why we're doing this, we're not doing that, we're too impatient, we don't want to work things out, we don't want to discuss things, just a lot of theories as to the reason why it just feels like it's not working. So that's the link, guys. Let me try to see if I'm going to see it on my um feed and paste it. Yes, I can see it now. So I'm going to, hi Chase DNC. Welcome, please, guys. Welcome to the live stream. Welcome to the live stream. I just opened my this thing here and I saw. I hope you guys can see the ads when you come in. Okay, so this thing is pinned. It's pinned. The link is pinned. So now I know we can see it. Yes, the link is pinned. Wait, sorry. Charlie. Charlie, Charlie, welcome, welcome to the live stream. You guys, thank you, Jennifer. Welcome, congratulations, Jennifer. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. Maybe it's off. Maybe he was sleeping. It's off. How are you, Papa? So I said that today I don't want to talk about YouTube growth. I don't want to talk about YouTube matter. I want to talk about life issues. So let's talk about life issues. Let's talk about YouTube. Let's rest from YouTube exam. Every day we're learning this one on YouTube. I'm not saying that's bad though, because but let's just rest. Maybe next week we'll go back to learning about YouTube. But for today, let's talk about life and things that affect us as human beings, outside YouTube. We're talking about marriages. A lot of times you hear people say, stay in the marriage. Yeah, it's not working well. Stay for your children. Put your energy to your children. Focus your love on your children. Even if the man is not showing you love or the woman is not showing you love, focus your love on. In fact, they don't even tell men to focus love on children. It's women they mostly tell that. Let them focus your love on your children. If it's not working, just face the children that you have. Put your mind there. But when you're supposed to actually be in a marriage that is filled with love, filled with care, filled with concern, understand. It's supposed to be like, because before those children came, most of the times you were married to that man. You understand? You and that man knew, even if you're not married to him, you knew the man before you had those children. So the man always comes first, or the woman always comes first. So why is it that when things start going wrongly, you hear people say, focus your love on the children? Yes, children are a blessing from God to us, but it shouldn't take away the place of our own relationship as husband and wives and as spouse. You should still have that love for yourself that should be growing. And you hear a lot of times people who are older will say, our generation don't like to stay in marriages. Any small thing, you hear that the person, or any small quarrel, person has gone. That those people that you are seeing their marriages working, those people whose marriages you are seeing working, that they had to fight for their marriage, they had to fight through the stormy times, they had to fight through the hard times. You are not fighting. You are not fighting. People are impatient. People are not ready to put in the work. That's why every small thing you hear that these people, they have gone their separate ways. What are your thoughts on this matter? Why do you think that divorce rate is high? Welcome, Jennifer, guys. The link is pinned. I'm going to still share the link again. You guys have been talking for 25 minutes or about 20 minutes. So yes, you can call in and come join the live stream. Come join the conversation. Let's just talk about this. So is it better to stay in a law in a, I'm not say loveless, in a marriage that is not working? Maybe you are staying for something, for your children, your for the things that you have invested into the marriage, into the home, the things that you have built, the things you have bought together, the properties you've acquired together, whatever it is that you are staying for. Is it better to stay in that marriage like that than to actually leave and put and have a chance at love? Because sometimes now people say that it's not about love. Marriage is not about love. That when you get to that point, you realize that you will stay even if things are not going how they're supposed to go. It's not about love. So, what are your thoughts? You guys call in. Call in. Greetings, Jennifer. I am with this thing. Mendez. Welcome, Mendez. Welcome, West Corner. Chase DNC. Welcome, Chase. Yeah. See what I tell people about live streams. Okay, so Charlie is here. Welcome, Josie. Let me get everybody that's come. Welcome, West Corner. Jennifer, yes, congratulations. Ah, thank you. Congratulations on your monetization. And that turkey you were eating, Jennifer. I said, let me not even put a comment. Wait, why didn't you take that food home? You just stayed in the car and ate all that food. And know that you clean your mouth before you reach house. People in the house will not even know that it's what you ate in the car only. Thank you, Jennifer. Thank you so much. Charlie, welcome, welcome. You guys, yes, thank you. So I tell people about live streams that when you come on live streams, initially, the initial time is always the hardest because YouTube has not really pushed your video far enough. People are still busy trying to come join your live stream. Now this is the point where you have to keep on talking and talking and talking and talking to people who are ready to talk. You have to convince them to want to talk. The way I'm trying to tell you now, come and talk, oh, and we're only two. That's very unusual. But some days are like that. And the thing about this live stream, like, when I'm now saying, okay, I want to go, everybody will now be plenty. Will not be plenty. Hmm. Yes, guys, thank you. Let me know people that are here so that because I can be calling your name. If you're still here, let me say, just help me say hi. If you are still here, say hi, host. Say hi, host. Say hi, host. You guys, our live streams are every Wednesday. I think I should even be reminding us every Wednesday morning. Like, Charlie, now, you know the story. You know, Charlie, you're a big YouTuber now. So even if you just start your live stream, people they fill your live stream. If you just start, people just fill up your live stream. So you're not like every day is not like some days you just start. People are in fact some days before you come, people are already waiting for you, telling you, we are here or waiting, or some days are like that, some days are not like that. It just depends. That's how YouTube is. Today is good, today is not so good. No, I feel like I mean, there are not bad days. Some days are not so good. So yeah, anyhow you see it, you take it. I cannot come and end this live stream and say, we're only two people here. Let me end it. I might have a very good live stream today still. People might still be plenty in few minutes, you understand? So yes, please help me share the live stream if you can. That's a good way to start. Help me share the live stream. Call in too, or if you can. I'm tired of talking. 29 minutes. 29 minutes. Yes, join in, guys. What do you think is the reason? Okay, okay, thank you so much. Thank you so much. Thank you, Okpe. You guys call in so that we'll have this conversation. I've dropped the link. So we'll just talk about this. Like, what do you think? Do you think our generation is actually just not ready to? Do we have a wrong notion about marriage that makes us not want to stay? Like the moment we just see that things are not going well, we're like, okay, where's my bag? Go carry me, they go. Carry me come out for this my house, you know, you just carry me come out. You say, I know they do again. I know they do again. Like where's the door I used to enter? I won't come out, all those things. So do you think that there's something that we're doing wrong or something that we're doing that our predecessors, like our parents, that they did better, or something that we are doing now that they didn't do that made them stay? Let me know in the comment section. Share, share, share. Hello, Mr. Sam Ken Dirim. Welcome. Thank you so much, Sam. Thank you. We're talking about hey Divine. Hello, Divine. You guys please watch the ads when you come around. The Nigerian girl is hustling. Is hustling. Thank you guys so much for coming around. We're talking about marriages these days. I'm talking about, is it better to stay in an unhappy marriage than for it to be a failed marriage. Because I said earlier on that we hear a lot of times people say that this is our generation, we cannot stay in marriage. Any small thing we are out, any small thing we are looking for the door, any little thing you want to just leave. You're not working your marriage out. People who have been married, who have had 30, 40, 50, 60 years of marriage, they worked it out. They stayed. They went through the hard times, they discussed things, they had fights, they had everything, but they stayed. That now this younger generation, we don't want to stay. Hostel looking beautiful. We are, hey, thank you, Mr. Sam. Thank you so much, Sam. Thank you. Means a lot. So these people they don't want to stay. Any small thing, we just want to leave. So is it that this generation actually are not patient enough to stay in marriages, or is it that there's something we're not taking that the people before us used to take? Like, is it that we have different level of tolerance? And you hear people say, don't go, stay for your children, stay, don't leave, stay, focus your love on your children. So is it better to stay when things are not going well? Okay, look at the case of Yul Edochie now and his wife. People are saying, there are people saying, don't stay, go, stay for your children. You have 4 children, focus on them, put your love on them. You built with this person, you built with this man for years. When you did not have anything, you were there. Now that there's something, you want to leave it for a small girl. You understand? People are telling her that. People are saying, go, 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 and all that stuff. So some people would go, she might not go, she might go. We don't know what her decision is. But I'm just saying that is it better to stay in an unhappy marriage than to have a failed marriage? Because even when people now break up, people will still say, you broke up, you were too stubborn, your head was too strong, you could not stay in a marriage, all those kind of things. So let me know in the comment section, share your thoughts, and you can always call in. Guys, the link is pinned. The link is also going to be pasted now again. I'm going to paste the link so you can call my Charlie. Oh, Charlie, don't pity me. Charlie, don't pity me. I don't talk tire. Charlie, I don't talk tire. You are pitying me. Charlie, I missed you. It's been a while, though. This YouTube, I don't,
Yeah,
oh, what is happening? But
you
God is
look,
good.
you looking,
God is good.
you, yeah. I miss you too. You looking beautiful.
Thank you. We don't look like what we've been through, but God is good. God is good. Hey, it's
Yeah.
well. Thank you. Welcome. So this whole matter now, we're talking about it because I've seen people say a lot of things that this our generation will our head we know they calm down. Small thing, we are saying we are going. Small thing, we are going. But before people will stay 50 years, 60 years, 70 years, and they will be okay. They will quarrel, they will make up. But that now, any small thing, people are tired, they want to leave. So like, what do you think is the issue? Welcome. Are you hearing me, Charlie? You sound like you're not hearing me.
Yeah.
Oh,
I
thank you,
think.
Sam. Thank you, Sam.
Yeah. I think. These days, I, I'm hearing you. I can hear you. It seems my talking is. I'm hearing my back. I'm hearing myself back again. Oh.
I'm not hearing you again, but you are talking. It's as if you are hearing me after I have talked for a while. But I'm not here. You're not echoing. Your sound is okay if you're talking.
Okay. So I think. Okay. I think in our generation, um it's like the marriage, some people go into the marriage because of something, right? And I also feel like most of the men too, they don't tell us the truth, because I read something somewhere that the guy went and lied to the woman that she sells car. Meanwhile, he
Your
works at
scam.
the washing bay. So he has been coming home with different types of car, because after washing the car, then he will send the car to the girls their house. So the girl also thought he's a car dealer. They got married like 6 months time. It was then that the lady find out that Um, he wasn't a car dealer, but he used to work at a washing bay. So
I
on
saw it.
this marriage, for instance, there is no way that the lady will stay. If only the lady go in for because of the cars, maybe he sells, or because of the love. So if there is no love, this lady is not going to stay. So I feel like sometimes, um at the initial stage, there is no truth at the relationship. You have to tell your spouse, or your the person you are with, this is what I do for a living, that is me, this is what I have. Not even disclosing every property of yours, but at least the person should know the type of work you do for a living. If the
Mm-hmm.
person love you, I think the person love you not because of what you love. So I think conversation from the initial stage counts a lot. You have to tell your spouse that is me, so that the person will not find it out later. Then the person will feel like, if this is this, then I don't think I can be in the marriage, because that's not what I was expecting.
Mm-hmm.
Because of this social media thing, everybody wants to live a life that the person is not. Even women,
Mm-hmm.
some people even borrow wig, clothing here and there, just
Mm.
to attract men. Some people are not even working, but they want to get married. When you meet them, they'll tell you, I'm an entrepreneur, but you don't know what they are doing. Everybody is
Entrepreneur,
entrepreneur.
serial entrepreneur now. Everybody's a serial entrepreneur.
you
What
don't
are you
but you,
entrepreneur?
you don't know exactly what the person is doing.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so I think it's a whole lot in our generation.
Mm-hmm.
I think the conversation counts a lot. You have to let the person know, this is me, this is what I do for a living, because there are a whole lot of things that have been going on, that the lady thought the man is this, or the man thought the lady is this, and they are not what they say. So if they
But
find it out.
you know that before, like, let's say now this car wash situation now, let's assume that the woman has children for the man. You understand? Maybe back in the day, the woman might get angry with the man, but she will not leave. You understand? But these days, the woman might get angry and leave because the woman girl will say, "I can't stay in this kind of thing." Maybe now people will see her tell her that I know that he did not do well, he lied and everything, but you know, you cannot what they call it, you cannot come and just leave. You have children. You have, leave him. He lied to you, but he loves you. It's just only work he lied about. Focus your love on the children. You understand? But back in the day, a lot of times women have gone through worse things. What is even change of job? Job is a very small thing. Women have gone through worse things and they still stayed. But these days, it's like women will just go through one small thing and they are done. That's what we're saying. Like you get. Charlie, it's like my network is not good.
I can hear you. It's like,
Okay.
the world is changing, right? And
Mm.
the youth of these days, we are impatient. We are impatient.
What? I can. Oh, sorry. Charlie, Josie had to go. Maybe she had network issues. I'm sure she will call back if she can. Yes, Josie was saying that I'm impatient. Do you think that we're impatient? Or do you think there are some things that normally people will take that will just say, okay, we're not taking? I don't know if my network is bad. Do you think that we're impatient? Do you think that youth of these days are impatient? Do you think that they're impatient or they just don't want to maybe unhappy? And really there's no time that you're going to be happy throughout in a marriage. And even if you're not even married, even you with yourself and your life, you're not happy all the time. So expecting a marriage that makes you 100% happy is actually like, is that possible? Because even if you're not married, if you are single, if you're still not in a relationship, you as yourself, you are not happy all the time. So is it possible to be in? It's not possible to to be happy 100 all the time in your marriage. But what I'm saying is that if Charlie is saying that we're impatient, that's saying that people who stayed longer were patient and we actually even work all the time for them. Welcome, Life with Ogechi. Yes, you did not miss today's life. Oh, fine. Yeah. You did not miss today's life. Oh, welcome. Thank you. Hope you guys can see the ad. That's the link. Ogechi, you can call and share your thoughts. Talking about, we say we're not talking about live stream today. We're not talking about YouTube today. Let's talk about something else and cool off. Just really cool off and talk about other life related issues. Maybe next week we'll talk about YouTube growth and something about YouTube. But for today, let's talk about things that concern us, that relate to us in life. So, guys, please, if you can share this live stream, share. Why am I sounding like I'm in the radio? I'm on radio. If you can share this live stream, please share this live stream. I would so appreciate it. Yes, thank you so much. So, we're just talking about why it seems like right now divorce rates are high. Like these are women that don't want to even stay, before they say, stay for your children, put all of your love on your children. What is the reason why people are not staying right now as much as they used to stay before? Yes, so welcome Mogechi, guys. The link is pinned, and also I just pasted the link. So if you want to call in, you know what to do. Call in and I'm going to let you in. Is my network good? Let me know. How is my network? How's my network generally? If you've been here even when I was talking to Josie, because I don't know. How's my network? Guys, please tell me in the comment section how my network is. Oh my god. You guys, yes, keep coming. Ocho TV. Ocho, welcome, 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 welcome. You guys, Ocho is my number. People that I have known since 19 beginning. You know what they call 19 beginning? People that have been here since time immemorial. People that have been they want supporters. Thank you so much, Ocho TV. It's been a minute. Thank you so much. Welcome, 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 Ocho. Thank you for coming. Yes, guys. So we're talking about the rate of divorce in marriage. Oh gosh, like this whole and asking why it seems like it's higher these days. Is it that people are not willing to work things out as much as people like in those days, or who are older used to want to work it out? Or is it that people now are like, I will not take any kind of nonsense from you. If you give me bass, I give you both. If you give me A, I give you B. If you give me less and I give you right, I don't have time for this thing you are doing. Like any small misunderstanding. Where is the door? Where is the door that leads to the gate of this marriage? I'm out. Hello, Blair Wills makeup. Chale is back. I knew my Chale will come back. Thank you.
I was using my computer
Thank
at
you,
first and
Ochu.
I was getting the feedback. When I talk, I hear it back to me. That is why I have to change
Oh,
it to my phone.
sorry. Sorry.
Yeah.
Thank you for
Um,
coming back. So yes,
yeah.
am I still echoing? Am I echoing?
Yeah, yeah, it was,
Am I
but it's
echoing?
okay.
Okay. Hi, Victorious Mirabel, my Canadian neighbor, my neighbor in Canada.
Hey, Victoria, it's been a while.
Ah, hello, Victorious Mirabel. Hi, host and co-host. Thank you guys so much. I think we're talking about something different today, not anything related to YouTube, because away from YouTube, life is happening, things are happening. So yes, let's talk about other things and not just be engrossed in YouTube. So maybe next time we'll talk about YouTube. So today we're talking about the divorce rate these days, and we see how high they are. We see how it's like I don't want to take anything like nonsense, like anything that is happening wrongly, I'm out of here. So yes, you see how all those things are going and how things are. It feels like these days people don't even want to stay and work things out. Something or they work things out to a particular level. They're like, okay, this is the number of years I can give you to work things out, as opposed to before now, where people can actually stay for years. You see people that stayed in marriages for 60 years, and if you count how many years they were happy in that marriage, maybe it was 5 years out of the 60 years, and they stayed. Why did you stay? For my children. Why did you stay? Who will take care of my children? How would I do? I have to stay for them, you know. So what are your thoughts? Do you think it's better to stay in an unhappy marriage than to like is an unhappy marriage better than like a failed marriage, like failed? Let's call it failed. Let's not. I didn't want to use the very big word, the D word in the term because oh my this YouTube and add suitability, they vex you. Any small thing add suitability. So I'm always very careful. So yes, Charlie, you guys, the link is pinned and shared too, so you can join and call in. I hope you can see the ads. Oh, support the ministry. Hope you can see ads. Oh,
The
hey,
ad
God,
was
oh.
not coming. When I entered 2 times, ad was not coming.
Can you imagine?
Yeah, I don't know
People,
why. Sometimes you check it, but still people will be coming and the ad will not be showing. I think when you start, the ad will not be showing earlier or maybe later, then it will start to come. I don't know why.
these live streams, because these live streams, we just spend time staying here. Like, I don't even understand the live stream. I don't even know which one is better, live streams or videos at this point. I feel like when you're looking for watch hours, live streams are good, but when you're not looking for watch hours, live streams might not be very beneficial. We're just doing it because we love to do it. We
Yeah,
love to do
yeah.
it, but
Yeah,
also
to
I know that
engage.
on YouTube, not everything is going to give you money. Some things will give you more than money, maybe publicity and all that. Yeah, okay, okay,
Yeah.
okay. Okpe say she saw ads. Yes, and Okpe say she saw ads too. So no wahala. Now thank you guys. The membership button is on. No, please join. No, dollar sign is open because support the girl. Oh yeah, Josie, I'm hearing you. Charlie, I'm
Yeah,
hearing you.
I think I'm even owing you, but oh,
If you are hungry,
okay.
go and eat. Though, go and eat.
I'm not hungry. My leg, I'm facing some one or two challenges, but I'll get better.
But you're
So
exercising now. Are you sure you're not bruising it when you're exercising?
I'm doing, but still,
But are you sure you're not hurting it exercising? Maybe you should rest it.
I'm not, I'm not doing it as I used to do it. I think it's different thing because I've turned it to my doctor, and it's different thing altogether. So I'm hoping it is good.
Okay.
This divorce rate is something else, but I feel like those days, I don't know how to put it. In my language, they will say that either the like if you want to translate everything, they'll be like those days the women were full, you know.
Where?
If like they were full, like how
Oh, they don't know anything. They
they
did not
don't
know
know
anything. Now
anything
everybody don't
about
eye like everybody
their,
eye they shine.
their eyes were not open. But these days, this modern world, the
Hmm.
women,
They know what you
our
know.
eyes is really open. We have two eyes, but we have four eyes. Those days, they were easily to swallow certain things here and there because there were no much social media things so that people would say maybe even and for instance those days there were no much education about this domestic violence. If your husband did this to you, it means
Yeah,
this,
they did
it
not even
means
know that
this.
it was wrong for the person to even
They
touch you.
don't
Self. They
even
did
know.
not know.
Some people
They
thought
think
it's
like as
normal.
long as he's the head of the family, he can get
Yeah,
angry and
yeah,
yeah.
of course. But these days, I know my rights. It's too much, and everybody wants to be. Even now, the women they want to be the head of the family. If only the woman is ready or even working. So sometimes, I feel like sometimes some divorce are not to be divorced because there are issues that can be resolved. But women, when their mind is made up, is really made up. And especially most of them too is being influenced. Because that is why most times they advise that when you are married, it's not all that necessary to move with someone who is not married. Sometimes, I think there are a lot of single women who can give good advice, who can even advise you not to do this, not to do this. But there are some of the single women so they'll be like, "Why are you suffering? Why are you worrying yourself? I mean, he's not the only man. I mean, you can do without him. Some people can pollute your mind with all sort of things. So I feel like these days, so as you said, somehow we are impatient and somehow too. I can say influence. Though we are grown up, but some people can be easily be influenced by a lot of people, and the men too sometimes too, some of the men too are not. So you cannot say that it's the fault of the man. That is why divorce rate is so high. And you cannot say it's the fault of the woman. That is why divorce rate is so high. Also, I think it's 50-50. But in some cases, some divorce are meant to be resolved. Because growing up, my grandmom and my grandfather, they nearly, but they were matured and the children, so it wasn't something they should have divorced because their children were grown up. Even their children resolved the issue, and so now they are married. My grandmom is over 70 or something like that, but it can happen. Let me say maybe over 10 years ago. If not that their children were all married and they know what is good and they know what is not good, they could have divorced for a very long time, which is not supposed to be so. So sometimes the family also counts if you don't get a good family, or maybe when you are going to marry and the family is not so much in support. Every little thing they'll tell you to come home. Every little thing they will tell you to come home. Or maybe sometimes when you marry to a wealthy, either a wealthy woman or a wealthy man, and little thing happen, they'll be like, "Why are you suffering? You are even doing the most. You are even doing the most. Why won't you come home?" We have some parents who can even tell their daughter
Ah,
that when
my
when
Dorime sis, my sis when they sleep for Paris, wake up for Spain. Dorime sis, welcome to the live stream. Sis Neki. Thank you.
yeah.
But Charlie, this thing you said, let me say something so that you not forget your thoughts. When you say that some things are not worth divorcing, I feel like when it comes to that thing, like something we call deal breakers. For people, everybody has different deal breaker. For you now, no, let me not use anybody I know. I don't like this when it comes to bad things. So for Mrs. A now, Mrs. A can say the moment I see you with another woman, we are done. Mrs. B can say the moment you raise your hand and touch me, we are done. You understand? Mr. C will say the moment maybe there's no money in the house, we are done. You understand? Those kind of things. So now maybe if Mrs. A now sees that Mrs. B husband now, like Hita, you understand? And she now say, is this because of Hita? Maybe it's only one time stay. The same way Mrs. B will say, your own is not better. At least he's not touching you, he's just following women. Men will always follow women, that kind of thing. So I feel like when it comes to those things, deal breakers, they differ for people. So when people say some things are not worth the person, I feel like the thing when they pay you for church, waiting they pay me for church. Do you understand?
Yeah,
The thing they're
that
paying
thing
church,
is
they're not going to
there.
pay my church.
You,
Thank you
you
so
know,
much, Sis Neki.
some people, when you even insult them, it's a big deal to them. Just insult without even beating them. It's a
Yes,
very
yes.
big deal to them. That is why that's why I also said that some things are not to be. Something that will hurt you will not hurt me. There are certain things when you do to me, I'll be like, I don't care. And there are small things you do to me, and it is a big deal to me. And somebody will be like,
Exactly.
it's,
Somebody will
it's
not tell you that is it that small thing that made you do this thing. That thing is too
yeah,
small, but that small thing is what is paining your body.
yeah. Some
My
I
Canadian neighbor has entered. I hope you are covering. I don't want to see plenty here. Eh?
are you are at work?
She's at work.
I'm
She's
at
at
work. Oh.
work.
I'm at work.
I know. I saw the look on her face.
Hey,
Thank you.
God, oh. It's still 1:11 p.m. here. I'm at work, and I have a 12-hour
Oh,
shift. I'm not going home. I'm
oh.
not going home till 9:30
When
at
do you
night. I still have a
close?
very long day. I'm
So
a
when do
social
you?
worker.
Ah, ah. When did
Okay.
you start?
Ah, hey,
Huh?
hey. Let me do ke. Oh, I began work today at 9:30
Mindful of.
a.m. I began
Okay.
at 9:30. I'll finish at
Also, 12 hour
9:30.
shift.
At 12. Today at 12 hour. Now
Also,
you would
12
do.
hours.
Now they would.
That
I just jump
okay.
on here right before I get carried away, before people start entering. I just jump on here talk about deal breakers, right? I know Rosie mentioned about deal breakers, but sometimes too, right? A lot of people go into marriage with this fantasy, imaginary kind of image in your head, and what actually they consider deal breakers are just arrows of pride, not actually a deal breaker, or not actually something that in marriage is actually a deal breaker. Just because you hear your single friend say, me, they cannot shut at me, oh, hey, oh my dead body. You two, you come like, one deal breaker, they cannot shut at me, but you shut at other people. And we all know that, right? Everybody has a different temperament. Yeah, everybody have different temperaments, right? Everybody have different way of expressing emotions. You don't expect your husband, the person you're going to marry, to be the same like you. Even twins don't have the same temperament. Even people that share the same placenta, they don't have. So you have to be able to understand people, be able to compromise. A lot of people going to marry with so much self, like they are. What was that song again? Buga, the one that Joseph was asking this morning on her Facebook. I woke up, I saw it, I was just laughing. Everybody is going with Buga idea. So my issue is, we are going with. So my issue is, right, even when you talk about deal breaker, what is the motive behind your deal breaker? Is it just pride? Is it just that ego that you feel like, no, I mean, I've said it all. If you know that nobody can shout at you, nobody can talk to you, just stay you single. Because in marriage, there'll always be conflict. And that's why I feel like that's the mentality that some people go into marriage with the least conflict, they are out of the window. But sometimes those conflicts are what sharpen you guys together. That's what brings you guys closer. That's what brings understanding. But some people don't get it. Some people feel like, oh, they have this Indian movie fantasy, Ina Angelo kind of love, romantic, Romeo and Juliet. They feel like that's how it's going to be all through the marriage.
I feel like, I know that I'm not saying that it is. I feel like you people have to get to a point to where you can have conversations as adults and there's no screaming at the top of your voice all the time. Like sometimes this thing becomes like the conflict become toxic. Do you understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Where there's a point where anytime people have that conflict, you are being talked down on, you are being insulted, like, that's an issue. That can be something that can be okay, because you always insult, you always beat down.
You talk that on somebody, right? It's an issue that you should identify in marriage. But say somebody raised your voice. Like, I am learning how to be able to be calm when I express my emotions. Like when I was younger, why are you learning it? Because I'm getting matured now. I know him better.
Exactly. It's what I was still saying now, that it shows that screaming at the top of your voice because you are angry does not really show maturity. As in, it might trigger somebody, and some people can be triggered by that, and it can be like a very, very big deal for them. Hello, Sifinger.
That's what I get it, right? I get it. That's why I say that communication comes into play. People talk about that issue. You have that place where they'll always be that roughful before you get into an agreement, before you start adjusting. Because for me, it was normal. I did not know I scream when I'm angry. I don't know I raise my voice when I talk. Until people had to. Sometimes there are things that you do unknowingly until people have to point it out to you. Then another thing is, yes, I get it, but it becomes an issue. It becomes toxic when that person doesn't have a teachable spirit. When they do like, this is how I am. This is my mother gave birth to me. I am Ongobasi. I cannot change. Uncle, you will change until you will change. Because this one, you don't own this one, you get. So I feel like sometimes those deal breakers are things that could be talked. Sometimes you see somewhere and you label those deal breakers, but some people, they don't know. But then you use also, that's where the due diligence comes in place in your dating phase. How do you talk to this person? How are they willing to change? The little things you have pinpointed, how are they compromising? How do you see them intention? They're not just saying I will change, but they're intentionally working towards changing. You get. Because sometimes these deal breakers, it's good also to have deal breakers, but I'm just saying that examine your conscience, examine yourself. What are my motives behind these deal breakers? Do I just see them as deal breakers because maybe they are childhood traumas for me that I have not dealt with? Sometimes or there are insecurities in me that I have not dealt with, and I'm trying to project it to other people. You get, because those things, if you don't work on yourself, trust me, I had one leadership training yesterday. It was more of a Christian pastoral leadership, and they were saying something. An insecure pastor will always see every leader, every initiative every leader does as a toxic or a disloyal act just because they are insecure. So those inner things, if you don't deal with you, sometimes people make those deal breakers based on their own insecurity. Sometimes people are also projecting your fears on others. Like, but those are things that you have to deal with as a person before getting into marriage. Because in marriage, trust me, you get to know the person more. But then if you both have that teachable spirit, there's that space of communication, then you start ruffle. Everybody, the Bible says iron sharpening iron. You start sharpening each other. And with time, you look back, you'll be like, babe, we've come a long way. Remember the things that used to make us angry when we just got married or this. Like,
Yeah, I
plenty.
know.
But somebody,
Yes.
those little things, I'm packing my bag. I am packing my bag, I'm packing my bag, I'm packing my bag. But how do you guys grow together? How do you work together? The Bible says, how can two work together unless they agree? Sometimes it's just as long as it's not the person from dating. I always say, let the foundation be right from the dating phase. The person is somebody who has a teachable spirit, that listen, that can sit and listen. Then you have a chance of saying, okay, in marriage, you guys can ruffle these things. Those big
Hi,
deal breakers
Doris.
don't become.
Hi, Hans.
Hi, Dory. It doesn't become a big issue
Welcome.
again.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah.
Hello,
So
Mirabel.
examine it. Hi.
I said
I'm
something
not.
this was just live stream yesterday. I said that one thing that we should learn as like in relationships, even as adults, is to be able to learn and unlearn.
Mm,
To learn and
mm,
unlearn.
yep.
It is huge. Sometimes you think that you know something, you understand,
Mm,
but you now come that the person that you are with knows that particular thing more than you understand. If you are not open to learning, and we're talking about this right now, talking about away from all this like like there are some things that are chronic toxic, you understand, this one are toxic, and maybe all these bad both are going on, talking about like not having normal conversations and everything. You have to be able to, you don't know it all, no matter the volume of your brain inside your head, you do not know it all.
sometimes
So when you are in
even
relation,
when you
in
think you
marriage,
know it all right, you are just looking at it from their own small family angle or village
yes,
angle where you grew up
perspective,
from. You are not seeing the bigger picture. So give
yeah,
room for people to talk, give room to learn and unlearn.
yes.
I'm not saying there should not be any deal breaker, but I'm just saying that
Hello,
let's examine
welcome.
ourselves. So bye bye,
They
people. I'm
said
going
that
down.
some things are thank you, my neighbor. Thank you. Thank you so much. Hello, Darius. Welcome. When we talk about this deal breaker things, because Josie said that some things are small, then we now. And I said, some things might be small to Doris and it's big to me. You understand? So I think that's
That
how
is the
life
fact.
is.
That is the fact. We all see things from
Yeah.
different perspectives.
Yeah. So it might be small to you and big to you. So I feel like it's different things. But do you guys think like that? Maybe maybe we have too much many deal breakers in our generation. We have plenty deal breakers. The small thing is a deal breaker, and not you trying to, heal from a childhood trauma or something that you felt like, you know, um, you should not do, or somebody around you should not do. Oh, my sister Mirabel, I love your, yes, she's very passionate. It's obvious. Love your passion. Thank you, Mirabel. So I feel like I don't know. So you guys just really share. That's why I shared the link. I've been talking for a bit, and I've been like asking, why do you think that marriages these days actually break up? Like, I think that the divorce rate is actually higher. That's just the truth. It's higher than it used to be. And like me and Josie were saying, Josie said that before, women those days they don't really see no plenty things. Now women this is an eye open like this. If I have four
Yes,
eye,
like
and I
I
feel
saw
like
a
another
tweet.
thing.
I saw a tweet today like our mothers are still in marriage, but their daughters are leaving marriages. I saw a tweet today on that. Like
Oh,
even
I
our
see.
mothers are still in their marriages, and young ladies are walking away from their marriages for maybe slight or maybe I don't know. There are reasons,
Big
Sha.
reasons that
Some
maybe the
people,
people before us endured, and people now don't want to
yeah,
endure those things.
yeah,
So that's why I
yeah,
asked in the thumbnail, is it better to stay in an happy marriage or to have a failed marriage? Because a lot of times people are staying in marriages 50, 60, 70 years. I'm not saying that in all cases, so I'm saying in some cases somebody has stayed married for 50 years, and in that whole 50 years the only time they've been happy was like maybe 5 years, and they'll say, I'm here for my children made me stay, and all those things. So
yeah.
what's just the
For me, it's better I walk away. I'll have to be I'll have to be truthful here. You get, it's better the marriage is failed than being unhappy because this is a lifetime thing. You get, so I cannot let me put myself in this issue now. Like I can't see myself being in a marriage where I am not happy. My children will grow up to have their own life to live. So saying
yeah.
I'm going to stay because of the kids on a
But
very good
that's
day
the
they won't go
reality
to
of
the
a lot
husband
of
or
Nigerian
they
women,
will move out
especially
of the house.
African women. Because look at this case of Yul Edochie and the wife. Look at this case of she's a very young woman. I'm, I'm not even sure she's up to 40. She's a very young woman. But you see the case, see what is going on now. In fact, with this whole thing, like Yul is doing, I think yesterday that he commented on wife A's page and commented on wife B's page. Like it's just a lot. And you see that obviously she's still there. Like she might not leave because she might be getting advice that where are you going to? All these things that you have worked for, who will take it? You know, you were there with him when he had nothing. Now people build together, you have all this, you have 4 children, for 4 whole children, you know, that this is your home, don't go anywhere. So it's really like, you know, I feel
The
like it's
rate
easier to say somebody will say, I'll go it's like you that is now pinching your shoes and
is
now
true,
pinching you.
Sha. It's
You
true
now know
because
that if you really go or not, you know. You
the
now look
rate is
at
becoming
what I'm
alarming.
putting
Like,
into this.
I, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you, but you're kind of
I said
low. I
the
feel like
rate
your
at
mouth
which
is
marriage
not
are
close to the
breaking
mic.
up is really, really alarming. Like, you go
It
to
is so. It
Facebook,
is.
you are seeing stories. You go to Instagram, you are seeing stories of broken homes and all of that. Divorce here and there, and
But also,
it's
I know
really
from my before I
increasing.
know that it's not only celebrities that are divorcing, but I feel like we too as
Ah,
human beings, we put
it's
our
not only
chest too much in these
celebrities, so
celebrity marriages. Like for me, celebrity marriages is just they're in the hands of God. Their own is a extra scrutiny. Things that can happen in your house that nobody will know about. When it
I'm
happens
telling
for
you,
them, everybody
we,
knows
we,
about it. So they have
we
higher.
know about them because they are celebrities.
Mhm.
The ones who don't know, we don't know. A lot is happening out there, Sha. A lot is really
Yeah.
happening.
That's why I'm saying that for celebrities, it's harder for them because any small as in any small mistake you make, the blogs will carry it. So imagine
It,
something that
it
maybe
goes
you would have
fast.
forgiven inside your house. Now the whole world is telling you don't forgive, don't forgive, don't forgive. You have
You
one
know,
million voices you are listening to. And even it's like you see on the Deutsche matter now. A lot of women have gone through this in their houses. Now people are now giving Mary Edochie plenty advice. The one she
yeah,
asked and the one she did not ask us for, we are giving her. You understand? She did not ask.
yeah. As in, the thing is anyway, they all have their own decisions. People will always talk no matter what happens, no matter what to do. People will talk. So it's left for them to take their decision as a couple, what is good for them. If they want to maybe bring in the woman genuinely or you get. So that's just it for me.
That's why we talk about deal
I
breakers
would
because
say.
I said something in my other channel. I said the truth is that this whole yes, the social media and relatives, in-laws and relatives. So Mirabel, all of us. So we went to the wedding together. We sold our Shrebi. So we we went to the wedding together. I said something that this whole thing now might not be a deal breaker for her, even though she came out and said that she does not accept or practice polygamy. But some people it's not a obviously it's not a deal breaker to a lot of Nigerian women because look at young Judy entering another person's marriage. So it might not be a deal breaker. You might be saying, go, and she's like, did I tell you I want to go? You understand? But we're just really talking about the fact that what do you think that's the reason why now it feels like we are very, very like the divorce rates have spiked, like increased. What is the reason? That's what we're talking about today. And so guys, please share. You guys can call in and let's have this conversation. Yeah. Doris, I'm listening to you. Answer your question.
Another thing is that we women, most of us are impatient. Like we cannot even bear. We cannot
Can the
even
men
bear.
bear? What do we
Eh?
say that they have to bear? I wish that where is Mr. Sam? Mr. Sam has gone out. I wish another man is here talking about this thing too because most times I feel like I'm not saying that women are perfect, so they don't give their husband stress. And women are the ones that are giving their husband stress in marriages. But we know that most times in Africa, the women they used to bear plenty things.
We'll get
But
marks
the men
now.
don't used to bear plenty things from the woman. They can bear things from outside, from society, from work, from stress, from trying to provide, from
Yeah.
other things. But the woman might not be their problem like that. You get say might too. I say might. Yeah, so I'm listening to you.
I don't really have much to say. For me, impatience is among it. That's one. Then when you listen to advice, you have every right to listen to advice, but make use of the one you feel is the best for you. Not
What
because
is the one you feel
look
is the
at
best for you is actually not the best for you. It's like this whole thing now, let's say of domestic violence. You understand? somebody now is hitting the other person says, maybe now your friend is telling you, go, and you feel like that advice is not good for you. You want to stay. So sometimes the advice that you even think is good for you is not good for you.
It's not
You see
for
what I'm
you.
saying too? The advice that you take is not the one that is good for you. See, so sis, this your hotness these days. You are going to do red carpet from the whole of your place to have you seen Soyoyo these days? I have tried to hype her because son is under 16, no, under 16. Hey, let me go and buy gym clothes too because hey, I must hot this hot. Welcome, sis. Thank you so much for being here.
People should
Welcome.
call in, no,
Yeah, so call
Come
in.
and see what's
Sometimes
on
women
people,
are
no.
overtrained for marriage, but empty-headed men out there who just feel marriage is age and money. And also women too who also feel like as long as you have the money, you are marriage material. You know, this whole thing is another topic because I saw somebody who said that in Nigeria, a quality man, as long as you have money, you are quality man.
Which kind, which kind
As
talk be
long as you
that
have
one?
money. Yes, because there are a case where people say, you see a lot of girls after this thing, they'll still get married to quality men. So in Nigeria, as long as you just have money, they just tell you that you're a quality man. You understand? You're a quality man. So it's this whole thing now that Mirabel is saying that women are the ones that, even in that video I made about men don't cry, I said, you see a woman who is born like her whole life, cook, oh, go and learn how to cook. How will you cook for your husband? Go and sleep. You leave your husband's house dirty. Do this one. Your husband's house, go do this one. They're just all the woman's life is like headed towards how she's going to please her husband, which might not be a bad thing in itself. Oh. As much as we're trying to do that thing now, I'm not, because marriage is a good thing. So as much as we're trying to raise women that are going to be good wives, what how about telling the man, eh, you need to be able to stand for this thing because you need to treat your wife this way. You understand? Do this because your wife is going to need you to do this. Be able to control this situation because when you go to the house, you are going to be able to control issues. How about we turn as in it's not a two-way thing? Telling the woman do this for your husband, telling the boy to, since we want to be talking about husband and wife, you know, tell them to oh nay, I'm painting. Oh, it's fine. Oh, she has come. So yeah, you're
Oh,
welcome.
yo.
Hello,
Welcome.
my beautiful people.
Yes, I was even wanting India Obodo to come in because I want this home issue is a very, very big topic. But like
Yeah.
when we talk about this issue and also talking about why it seems like in fact the rate is even higher overseas. You understand? And I feel like education is part of the issue that women are so exposed these days. Women are very exposed these days, and it's not like those days where you can just tell the woman anything and she takes it. These days, women know. In fact, you can marry your classmate who has the same degree that you have, and you have even gotten more degrees than you've gotten. They are more exposed. They maybe well traveled, and you're not competent the person to just talk to the person anyhow. The person be like, "Do you know who I am?" Everybody's now doing buga. If I leave my laptop, please. Thank you. So welcome, sis.
Thank you so much. Thank you for having me. Hi,
You paint?
Doris. Hi, Rose. Hi, everyone in the chat.
Yeah.
I'm glad I met you guys live. I've been painting my house and I'm so exhausted right now. So I needed to
Sorry.
sit down
Oh,
somewhere
sorry
and
about
then
that.
listen to you guys talk.
Oh, thank you.
So I was on the phone with a schoolmate of mine. He lives in Germany. So I now asked him that, wait, there is this my friend that left Germany for UK, that the husband was maltreating. So she packed her things and carried her children and left. Do you know what this guy told me? He said, Oyoyo, the problem is because men are fighting over government money with their wives. You know, most of our people in Germany, some of them come, they don't work
How
because
do you
of
get to a place where you have opportunities to better your life and you don't work?
Rose, is not easy for them. You know, you have to understand German language before you work.
Oh yeah, that's true.
So for them, some people, they've tried to pass that exam for years, they gave up.
Oh.
So, and because they can't work, most of our people now, we like to do ojoro. Make they speak this one for pidgin. So most of the men, what they do is to just take few hours of work so that they can fall in between the poverty range, so the government can place them on benefit. So if they are getting that benefit because they brought their wives, I believe, do not have banking anything financial they can't open accounts because they don't have paper. So everything is under the man's name. And most of them, by the time they even get their wife get papers, they will not want to, release those kind of responsibility. They will continue. So if a woman began to understand, wait, government is giving me money for my 3 children, for my 4 children, and then you won't bring that money for them to eat well and all of that. So he was trying to.
And the women are not working.
They are not working. Most of them are not working. Even my friend, that was my schoolmate, that I spoke with, his own wife is not working. You understand? I've quarreled with him in the past. I don't know how you went to school, educated man like you. Even your wife you married from Nigeria as a graduate, she will just come to Germany and sit at home. You get the thing. So what he told me today, that the wife has refused to improve on his German language, whatever. Up till now, that's one of the reasons why she's so frightened with the language, that without it you cannot walk. So I now try to understand it, because in the US here, so far you're working and making income, nobody gives you money free. America is a capitalist country to the core. If you want good things, work for it. There's not this one, you just go and marry wife, the person sit at home. We don't have Nigerians sitting at home looking after children in the US. If we have that percentage of Nigerian wives, maybe 0.005, it doesn't even make up to 1% of Nigerian women. So what happens in Europe is completely different from what happened in the US. The US own is that they will bring these women here, they will go to school to become nurses, they will start making more money than their husbands, and the husband will want to collect the money they are making. Problem will come. James said, and then the next thing, I don't want to do again, divorce. The next, in fact, most of our brothers say they don't carry pie, go office, go delete wives, delete wives, call 911. That's the rate that's what we have here in the US. And it's not because government is giving, the government know they give anybody money, unless if you now want to remain that you and your household are making $30,000 a year. If you know Nigerian history here, Nigerian people are the most educated immigrants. They have the most home ownership because everybody works. They are making so much money.
I see them online. Like I see, like it's very impressive. Very, very.
They make so much money here. So because they will bring their wife, put them into nursing, and once they get those degrees, they will start me. And then the man will still want to control everything. On top of the fact that you burn candle, go school. On top of the fact that they do the work, they make the money. You understand? They will now start telling you how they went to Nigeria and bring you out of poverty, bring you here. Now you now have the effrontery to start demanding or dictating for them. A lot of our sisters, Mama, welcome. I'm on the phone, okay? I'm on live stream. So a lot of our sisters, you understand, being deleted just that way. If you guys,
so that the man will take benefits.
Sorry?
So that the man will take benefits.
Which benefit? If you delete somebody, is either you're deleted or your life imprisonment. So they end up.
What is the point of you deleting the person?
That's the thing. That's frustration. It will get to the point that they can't bear it anymore, because the one that happened, most of those things that happen in Houston and then New Jersey, where we have huge concentration of African and Nigerians, you understand? That's where you see those things happen. Some of them end up in prison, and their children is either a relative will take their kids, or the kids will be, will be put into the system. They will go into foster care.
And the cycle of, and you know how hard it can be there.
So that's the thing. So what is happening here is still money. Every time we talk about divorce and everything, number one thing is money. See Cora and Justin. People think that because they're Cora, they dance naked. No, it's because Cora is making so much money. That's the genesis of the problem.
She was saying it to her sister in those live streams. That apparently, I think I heard that she even paid off his school debt with her money.
Yes.
Yes.
And when
The
you talk
paid up
about
debt.
school
And
debt,
he's saying that he's a supporter of this thing, so he needs percentage. Like now that I'm doing YouTube now, also sometimes to give me idea.
yes, now
Yeah.
if let's assume you became big now, you understand? Then your husband will now remind you when you post started. You now say, "Ah, no, leave me after all, you were making your own money. I didn't bother you." You will start
Yeah.
cracking brain. Give
Yeah,
a
it's like
woman
that
money and power.
movie. Why did I get married to? Where the lady Janet Jackson was asking, the other one was saying, when you were writing those books, I sleepless nights I went through proofreading for you, giving you ideas. Yes, the book is in your name, but like
Mm-hmm.
my efforts in this book, so I'm going to
Right.
get money from the book during their divorce and everything. So I don't know if you've seen the movie. Why did I get married to? The one Janet Jackson acted.
Yes, I did. I watched that.
Yes,
I watched
yes,
that.
yes,
Tyra Perry and the rest.
yes.
Yeah.
So
So that's the thing. The reason why divorce is now everywhere. If you open two doors, you must have heard the story of divorce. Is because of number one thing is money, financial difficulties, financial problem. There's one that happened here. The lady was already a nurse in Nigeria, so she married the guy here, and then came here, did the exam, passed the board exam, got a job, started working. Then the husband will now say no, that our money has to be joint account. Initially you think, yeah, fine, okay. Then her mother took ill, and they were calling her for money for treatment and stuff like that. The man said no, that she shouldn't be send money to them, that the people in Nigeria should take care of
hello.
themselves. So tell me, eventually that woman died. Do you think the girl will forget that man so quickly?
Sorry, we did not hear you say they were calling her to do what?
To send money, that her mother was sick.
Okay.
Then the
And the
husband
husband
said
didn't
no,
agree.
she should not send money.
What?
That let her siblings in Nigeria take care of their mother.
Wow.
That was how they started having problems. So eventually the woman died. You know how the devil will tell you, hey, if you had sent that money, maybe mama could have survived, though. Devil, all those thoughts will start gathering in your mind. And you think people still share the same bed in peace. Everything boils down to money. When I mean money. Okay, look at that one that is happening in Europe now. Okay, if you have 3 kids in Germany, because most of them do not work, you understand? So some do online businesses, but most of them, this is not me saying, it's coming from my friend that lives in Hamburg, Germany, telling me, because they know themselves, you understand? Their wives sit at home most times. So then the government will be giving them he said that it was about 500 something euro every month. The man will come and drag that money with you. And most of those men that are collecting the money, bring money for food, they will not.
Why? You have children. I don't even understand it when people that have children don't bring money for food. Like, I
I
don't
can
understand.
understand it
What
too.
should the children eat?
I don't understand that one. And what he told me is that most of them will still be doing that short hours with the government work, the one that is registered, and still be collecting job behind. Some even import cars to Nigeria. So they are rich. They are not poor. And that 500 and something the state is giving the woman, they will still go and drag it with the woman. Why the woman no go get sense? So
Yeah, when you stay and you don't have a dime to your name.
that is it. You're relying on what government gives you, and you don't want to even get a job to get out of that benefit. I remember when I first got married, you understand? I had my baby. I was expecting, they said everything. Once you start having children, it's free. I was JJC. So I was filling the information. Everything, America will not ask your husband any question. It's you. Whatever information a woman gives, that's the one they will take. So I was filling father's name, mother's name, and all of those. Then household, everything. Do you live in your own house? I say yes. I filled all the form. By the time I finished, I was discharged from hospital thinking they're going to send me a check. I don't see check. I called. I say, I just gave birth to. They said, no, you do not qualify. You're not within this particular range. Then I didn't have a job. But because of my husband's income, I know gas issue. America is when I mean capitalist to the core. If you're not within that I think it's 39,000, below 39,000 in the US a year, you're not gonna get anything from government. But did you fly all the bridges, all all the 12-hour flight to come here and be below. You came here to be on top, you understand? Because you know you still have responsibilities back home. Those that will call you, they need money. Those that you will be able to help, relatives that you left behind. That's why Nigerians work so hard here. If you hear about Nigerians here, oh my goodness, you realize that these people are putting so much. Where I have problem with them is that some of them overdo it. Some of them work more than 18 hours a day just because to make money. That's where I have problems with them.
Yeah, before you know, you break down.
Yeah, before you know you break down, then you now say, how will you now enjoy that money when you're sick? So the divorce issue, the one of the reasons why it is what it is now is money. When we now finish talking about money and the financial aspect of it, then you start talking about trust and cheating husbands or cheating wives.
Welcome, Elizabeth. Welcome, Rebecca. Thank you, guys. Since I can hear you.
Yeah, but for the most part, it's actually finances that is leading the rate of divorce. Then after that, you're not talking about it's not talking about side chick. You talk about trust. And a schoolmate of ours lost her husband in Abuja. So we are in a group.
Oh, as in lost into the hands of the chicks.
Wait now, wait, we're in a group. So they were like, you know, they contributing money for condolences. This same friend of mine,
like he like ended or like to lose him to the chicks or
no. You know, the final thing.
Oh, so sad.
Yeah.
Oh, welcome, Sisuju.
So
Welcome.
the Sisuju, welcome. So my schoolmates were contributing money and all of that. Then this same friend of mine in Germany called me from Germany, said, have I heard from this lady? I said, no, but you people are close from school. I say, yes, but you know, I cut off from Facebook and all of that. I'm going to check on her. So I eventually checked. He said he has a problem with the way the girl announced the obituary of her husband. I said, what happened again? You are reading meaning to things. No, he said I should go to Facebook. So I went to Facebook. Do you know how the woman announced it? The eagle has gone. And she posted the obituary there. The eagle has gone. So he then started telling me the reason why he's not comfortable with that is that if he's a man that truly married you, you can't just say the eagle has gone and that is it. There's some emotions. Where is the emotion? My beloved, my all this, my all that. That am I sure that lady is not a tight chick to that man? That was the question he asked me. I started laughing. I said, what do you mean? He said the reason why he's asking that is a man in one of her cousins said that her landlord has 7 wives in Abuja and he's an Igbo man. 7 wives. They all live in different apartments. The man has properties in Abuja. So that's how he settled all of them with their children. So maybe this one is one of those people that they will set for you to have the effrontery to come and announce your husband obituary that the eagle has gone. Which eagle? What's his name? If he married you right, you can't just slap it there. The eagle has gone home. So a lot of things are happening. Side chicks are there. Yul Edochie made his own official, but he has you know what he said? That if he start calling names of those that are doing something,
he was trying, and that's why a lot of people stopped talking because they knew that he was going to drag them.
He was ready to. If anybody has challenged
secret, yes, and he said it more than once. Some of you are talking and we know your story.
Absolutely. So when somebody said my landlord in Abuja has 7 wives and he's an Igbo man and all the wives are well settled in their homes, he gave everybody. I say, sure. Things are happening in Nigeria and people don't even know. So the thing about divorce is, if your life is in danger, to me, it's a pathway to live. You can walk away without hurting anybody. If your life is in danger, you can walk away. But whereby you just want to walk away, fine, it's your choice. You understand? It's your choice, but I don't think there is any sane person that will find happiness in a union that will just walk away like that. There must be something, a trigger that made them make such decisions.
That's why I said in the thumbnail that is it better to stay in an unhappy marriage than like is an unhappy marriage better than a failed marriage? Because this thing we're talking about is the fact that a lot of times the elder ones or the older ones say that this generation they are too quick to walk out, and we know that there are people who have stayed in marriages for 50, 60, 70 years, and in that 50 years maybe Papa, please stop. Maybe they were happy for like 5 years or even 3 years, and the many times they've been like, oh, let me just put my attention to my children, face my children, pour my love on my children, and all those kind of things. So a lot of times people are not even happy, but they just stayed because they didn't know better, or they just felt like, okay, I don't have another place to go to. So I feel like maybe this generation, they're not staying, they're not managing too much again. Like if it's just not working, you know, out the door. So it just now compares. I had somebody said on Instagram the last time. The person said, "What is the what's the thing to use to calculate a good marriage? Is it the number of years or the quality? Is it the quantity, the number of years, or the quality of the number of years that you have?" And I know that normally people just like to um no, number of years is good too, but people say I've been here for 40 years, and somebody will say if you don't stay for long, you will not know, you will not fight through your issues, you will not go through your issues, you will not get better. You understand? So I don't know, is it the quality of years, or is it the number? Is it the quality or the quantity? So
To
I
me,
don't know,
I might
guys.
differ with everybody. To me, marriage should be enjoyed. Once it's not enjoyed or enjoy, or if you're not enjoying it, or if you haven't enjoyed it,
Can't hear
I
you.
don't think it should be there. You understand? It should be
I'm
enjoyed.
breaking.
Okay, can you hear me now?
Yeah, I can.
Okay. To me, marriage should be enjoyed, not endured. Okay, because
Mm-hmm.
life they say is too short.
Too
Some
short.
people can live it out. Eventually, the man or the woman will change. And I know of somebody, her first 17 years of marriage.
What?
Yeah, 17 years of marriage was hell. When I mean hell, and it's not that
Welcome,
she's
namesake.
and it's not that she's she's a liability in the marriage. She also financial contributor to the marriage, but every time, sometimes she will have a peace, sometimes, but she endured it, and she's a young woman. Yes, she just turned 40, maybe 42 or 43, and now things are beginning to change for her. But not everybody has that kind of patience. You understand?
Mm-hmm.
People are wired differently. So if you know what you can tolerate, you work with it.
Yeah, that's why we talked
If you're the
about deal
type,
breakers.
if you're the type that can handle pain, tolerate agony, live with it without dying, that's your choice.
Mahogany.
But
Welcome,
for me,
Linda.
marriage should be enjoyed. It should not be endured. Then I know of a person, their first child turned 11 this year. So they've been in that marriage about 12 years. It has been from the wedding day. That was when they started having problem. From the wedding, the man was just saying, I do, but his mind was somewhere because there was someone else he wanted to marry. But this
Oh,
other one quickly went in, and when you're dating two chicks, something like that could happen. You understand? So
welcome.
now, after 11 years, the man is beginning to realize that my wife has been a patient woman. That most women or
It's
most
what we. That's
ladies,
what you see. That's why a lot of people still feel like our generation we are not patient to go through this. Okay, you talk about 17 years now, 11 years. That's a whole decade plus.
I
Somebody
tell
just
you.
suffering.
So when I heard that, I say, well, you're so lucky that she's the patient type. You know me, somebody like me, if I don't carry my bag a long time, they waka they go. Because this life, is too short for me to come and be wetting my pillow
And a
every
lot
night
of
over
times, a
a
lot of
woman.
women don't make it out of those many years. They don't. But nobody will know what
Yeah, the
happened to
only the
them.
only
Feel like, oh,
thing
they
for
just
these
fell
two
sick.
people, the only thing is that the man is not, the men were not physically abusive. They weren't. They can
Yeah.
use their mouth and say all they want to say. You understand? But sometimes the emotional abuse is worse than the physical one. But like I said, they are wired
Can be worse.
differently.
Some people cannot handle it.
Yeah, people are wired differently. We all have level of tolerance. Me, I'm zero on pain. I have 2 children. I took epidural because I don't want pain. So because I know myself, I can't handle pain. Anything that will give me headache, Biko, just pack your load and pack everything. But some people they know how to endure. Maybe their next name is endurance. I don't know. So it all depends on what you value. And then some people, their parents will be the one encouraging them, just continue to pray, continue to stay. He's gonna change. She's going to change. Some parents do that because they don't want their children to come back to their homes. So that, don't worry, he's going to change. You're going to be in charge tomorrow. You see things will turn around. And those that endured it saw changes. When the man had done all he thought was okay, the woman is still there and not even shaking, he will start some change, but some don't. Okay, so it all depends.
My namesake has spoken. Hey, so this whole thing, and another thing I was going to talk about is when people go through abuse. A lot of times people say, "Women, empower yourself," like it gives you this thing. But I think most times we don't even talk about the fact that a lot of times people who are, like you said, sis, some people are actually empowered. They are making their own money, and yet they are still going through the worst times
of course.
Their home.
Do you think these people I mentioned, you think they are rich?
People understand that empowerment might not eliminate the it might not stop a bad person from treating you badly.
Yeah,
it might not stop a bad person from treating you badly.
And again, one we should understand, when you see somebody going through something, you understand, it's not a one-way traffic.
Yes, the years of enjoyment. It's initial. See what my initiative say. After he finish himself, he will bring empty body for me. I beg you, because this early stages, like the first year of marriage, like in fact before children come, the kind of free. In fact, like now I have only one child. I know the kind of how you have to plan around him to do a lot of things. You understand? So it's like that initial time when you are young is the time that you are. I'm not saying that when you are growing older you will not have fun, but I feel like it's different stages. Now you have more responsibilities, you have more things you are thinking of. I get what Rosie is saying. After you have now finished wasting like 17 years, children have gone to university. One person is having backache. One person is doing this, you're not coming. What can I do plenty with backache? My back is paining me. I don't have that kind of physical.
Yeah, that is true. But I want to point out something here.
When I had strength for work, we did not do anything. Now my back is paining me. I cannot stay plenty.
Yeah, there's something I need to say here. Sometimes we judge these things in a one-way traffic. It's not.
Yeah,
when it comes to a relationship, both parties play to it. Why am I saying that? Welcome, Sister Ju. Why am I saying that? The first example I gave you, Rose, that's 17 years old. The man was not planned to marry that woman. Okay?
Yeah, but she still entered.
It was this kind of arranged marriage. The man, they've already brought somebody that the man should marry. So the man came back to Nigeria and now saw the one that was brought for his younger brother and said, I like that one. As if he's a commodity, you choose and pick. I like this one. And the girl now don't see
exchange policy.
The girl don't see Bobo where come from Jand, right? Said okay that she likes that one, and she forgot the person she's been talking with. You understand? So that was how the union started. They both saw each other and liked each other, but they were not initially introduced to each other, kind of. So when you look at it, you find out that if she had followed the one that was introduced to her, maybe that part wouldn't have fallen for her. You understand? Then she got into
maybe
it.
She wanted to jackpot.
Then the second one I talked to you about 11 years, you understand? The guy was just trying to check a lot of chicks out. They went to the same school and all of that. The girl was so vicious into getting married to this guy by all means necessary. That kind of situation. To the point that there was this other one the guy truly, truly loved. It's just that that babe was not just beautiful and she was very, very low to the ground. That kind of a thing. I don't want to use some certain word. Because you can be low to the ground and have a pretty face. Everybody will love you. Do you understand? But this one, low to the ground, Face no just the guy say, "How go come fine boy like me? Bring my own one." I go say, "And then touch no one. I want to do you understand?" So he couldn't join. He was
You
just
didn't
not
just like
happy.
her, Sha, because I see a lot of people that are like opposites. Are like, and they actually
Rose, you're
just, you know.
talking because you're a pretty girl. Wait until you
No,
see
no, see,
Ojuju
see,
Calabar.
see, so yo, there are people that you see here. You be like, what did this man see? This man, what did this man see? This man, they are two opposites, and they settle together. And they have good. I feel like he doesn't like maybe her personality or didn't give
The
space
girl
for.
dey ground. When I mean she comes small, reach ground, and face no set. You know, there's something the girl was just in a world full of beautiful women. So do you know what this other lady did? She was already in the inside. These other people were still outside. You understand? You're the one that could come to the house and all of that. Feel like you own the place, that kind of situation, but you still have not secured the person. Then she went to the extra mile. She was busy, intimacy. They were intimate in the bedroom. What she did was to call one of the chicks. And then she was being busy mourning for the chick to know, yes, I'm digging the man. Do you get what I'm saying? I don't want to say it the way it is so that your video will not be. So you intentionally called your competitor, and then you were busy riding and screaming so that the girl will be hearing it. What kind of torture is that? What kind of vicious person is that? So the guy did not know all of this. It was much later that he started realizing the kind of woman he ended up with. So when they were doing I do, his mind no just day for that church ceremony. Just make would I do this thing. I want to make my family happy. That's why I'm here. So the girl went through it for many years. So in that kind of situation, who will you pity? So the guy was busy and having side chicks, be playing side whatever, doing his thing. They tried so many things for it to work. They even lived separately. This person will live this city, the other person will live in that city to see if this one, okay, they even changed country. This one was in Canada, the other one was in Nigeria. And at the end of the day, none of those things until the man hit 40. The moment you turn 40, life starts changing for you. You realize that you're no longer just that bubble of 20-something or 30. So the guy started changing, started seeing the other side. Okay, she has been patient. Everything I did to her, she was still there, blah, blah, blah. So,
but do we talk
like I
about
said,
all the things that the children too have seen? Obviously, okay, look at what Elizabeth Space is saying. She saw what she saw as a child. Now, the point, Papa, please stop. Thank you. The children might have seen all the things that went wrong maybe in the 17 years or the 11 years, and now you are changing. Maybe now, for the case of the person who was 17 years, now the child has gone to the university, maybe, or maybe no longer in the house, so they don't get to see that you have actually really changed. You understand? So the memory that they have of you really is that you are not a very good person to their father or to their mother or to their father. So all these things really still scar children. People don't.
Of
Really still
course, you
scar
can't take
children.
that away. You can't take that because it got to a point they start asking their mother questions. But
What are
because
you
that
doing?
lady is a very good woman, if I testify her kind, very rare to find, she will not use her mouth and say negative things about her husband. Jian said she will say, don't worry, in as much as daddy is
Okay,
not doing it
Nancy.
this way. This is the way to treat a woman. This is the way to treat your sister. You can't use the way daddy is behaving to treat somebody when you see a woman out there. Do you know one of the questions they asked their mother? Mommy, why is it that daddy has never opened the car door for you to enter? And that was in the church. When they finish, the man will just enter your own zone and jam the door. Bam! Make you guys should get in. Let's leave. So they now asked the man. The woman was shocked. Said, okay, you know what? For the fact that daddy is not doing it, does not mean it's right. But if you were our African sister, don't mind that your father is a very hopeless. Do you understand? But this woman maintained that peace, maintained the nurturing thing that makes a woman who she is, kept on giving those children positive words. We know definitely the children in one way or the other, psychologically, you understand, is affecting them. But you as a woman that decide to stay in that relationship should be able to know, I have to step up to be that father figure and at the same time a mother. It's not easy, but I tell you, some people, it worked out for them. For the most part, it doesn't work out for people. It doesn't. I've seen children here. There was a time on the news, it was a Cameroonian boy carried the, I don't know the name of the gun, straight and then gave it to the father. That was the end of it. You understand? So things like that happen. It happened, especially in this our country that gun is one for penny.
You guys, yeah, so
One
sad.
for penny. You just buy it anyhow. So marriage is a union, or a union that should be
Yeah.
enjoyed. It's
Suju
difficult.
went off. Suju come back, oh, because
Yeah, that's true. Suju,
yeah,
come back.
yeah, I'm sure she'll be back. The link is pinned. I'm sure she'll be back. So it's just a lot. It's just a lot because I was just thinking about it, like why it feels like these days, it's like the slightest provocation everybody is. And I said something also that uh, when we talk about celebrity marriage, and I said, me, that's one set of marriage that I don't even put my chest. As in fact, nobody's marriage shy is goals for me. Like, everybody do your thing, and I'm hoping that it works for everybody, that it's going to work. But celebrity marriages, I feel like people get disappointed a lot when it happens. And I'm like, why are you disappointed? You know only what they showed you. You don't know what happens inside their house. Yes, we liked how they looked together, and how they um came out when they were outside. We liked their whole, that vibe they give. Oh, perfect couple, everybody looks good and everything. Well, they break up and people are screaming.
See, Rose, I keep saying it. People should stop using that word perfect anything. Anybody that wants perfection should go to heaven. That's where Jesus is. Because I've said a story about how my relative, my sister-in-law, gave the child perfect. And I was so burdened in my spirit. I had to talk to this woman. You're not doing this child any favor, because if the child should fail maths in class, the teacher will abuse her. If the child should
Yes.
fail English, the teacher will abuse her. If he plays and did not get it right. So don't give this child a name that is a burden to the child. There is no perfection. They eventually did not listen to me. They named their child perfect. So if that child is ugly, she's perfect, right? If the child is not doing well in class, especially in Nigeria, where they use their word to like speak evil on children in school. So there is no perfect marriage. There is no perfect anything. And people should stop calling celebrities their role model. They should look
I
in
don't
what role model
understand. You
is
don't
it?
know them. People that you know face to face, that you live close to, you have not finished role modeling them. You're role modeling people that you
Thank
don't
you.
know.
What happened to your mother and your father as role models?
As in,
Then
the
you
ones
now
you have
can use
access to,
one
you have
one
not.
celebrity
Is the
somewhere.
ones that take picture every once a week, picture perfect this thing, and use camera to edit the life out of the picture and post. Is the ones that are your role model.
There is no perfect marriage, no perfect anything. Because see, even siblings, twins, they quarrel, and they are sharing something together. Twins, siblings fight. Likewise, couples, because these are two different people coming from two different backgrounds. So you have your ups, you have your down. That's what life is all about. If life is that smooth, somebody will just wake up, breakfast is prepared, maybe manna from heaven. But life is not meant to be that smooth. So every other thing in life comes with hard work. For your marriage to work, you have to put in your best. The other person brings his own best. That's when you have something. Sister
Welcome
John, I'm
back,
gonna
Sister
allow you
Ju.
to talk before you go down again.
Oh, thank you,
Welcome back.
thank you.
I'm doing your kind of topic today. So let me rest from YouTube Wahala. Let us cool off.
And just relax your marriage, kidding.
Let's cool off. Oh.
Oh, that's good. Hi, yo. Hi, Rosie. Hi, everybody.
Hi, sis.
My dear, people forget that marriage is work. Marriage is not, hey, this is my love. Because that's what we see on social media. Because they show us all these good things. You know, when I got engaged and got married to my husband, I thought that, hey, I'll wake up. Oh, honey, what do you want to eat? I'll go and make it. At the point, my husband is saying, marriage is not just food or eat, and what are our plans? What plans do we have?
Let me say something here. You know, I told my husband said I should that I am so lucky that I've never called him honey, sweetheart. That I should please not even mention those words. They are so fake, they are not real.
No, if it works for you, if honey works for you,
If it
honey,
works
there's
for
nothing
you.
wrong. Yeah, it's a sweet way of saying things.
Yeah.
So it's like it's not that though. That what are our plans? I'm like, plans though. What do you mean by plans? I thought I don't like this.
Our plan is yam and egg sauce to rice and stew. We're going to eat now. When we eat,
Exactly. I'm all going to like, see, food is not my problem. I can eat bread and rest. I
You
just
see?
want us to sit down and plan our goals. Where do you want us to be? What do you want to do? Where do we see ourselves in 5 years from now, 10 years from now? You know, I'm like, so we need to do that. I thought you would be taking good care of me. You see what I'm trying to say? I wasn't prepared for marriage. And many people now are not prepared for marriage.
yeah,
That's why they enter. As they're entering, and marriage is opening their eyes, they rush out because they can't handle it.
and
You
they
see?
cannot unlearn. They cannot unlearn
They
what
cannot.
they learned. And they don't
Marriage
want
is
to
not
learn.
marriage is not all this flamboyance that you see, you know.
No.
I have roses, rose petals. Before I go to bed, I have rose petals on the floor, and marriage is work. It's hard work. You're learning somebody that you don't know anything about, and that person is learning you. Of course, you have problems,
Correct.
but the thing is making sure that both of you talk through the problem and bring an understanding. One thing I preach: have a goal in marriage, have a vision, and both of you should understand the vision and work towards the vision. It helps in marriage. Not when a man is building, he has a vision. Okay, 2 years from now, at least we'll have our own house, or 3 years, 3 years from now, we should all this our school loan, we should be able to pay them off. We have children and all that. And when a man is planning like that, the woman is on the other side, eating all the money, spending money on Bone Street and all that. Because
I
she
know
doesn't
you're going to talk
understand.
about bone straight.
Because
So you have bone straight. That's why you're bone straight.
Which bone straight? They deceive yourself. Bone straight.
who has Bone Street? Me.
You say me, Sister Ju.
Oh,
You're bone straight now when you're
no, there's
eating.
nothing.
That
I use
wasn't
Bone
Bone
Street
Street,
a lot,
so
but
that's
there's nothing
weak.
wrong with Bone Street, though. If you can afford it, rock it.
That's
Bone
weak.
straight is weak now. Bone
Yeah.
straight is weak. Oh.
I know. If you can afford it, rock it. I know it's weak.
Yeah,
now.
yeah.
So I'm just trying to give an example of buying Gucci purses.
Honey.
That's where the problem is. The man is planning ahead. 2 years, we'll have our own house.
Yeah.
This cars we are renting. I don't want us to rent it. And the lady is there, wilding out, spending the money. There'll be a problem because
That's
they are
true.
not in line. She's
Yeah.
not following the vision. This man is working hard and you're pulling him back. Because a country like here in America, your credit history matters a lot. See, that one will be a major challenge. So, my dear, and the second one is, and I always say it, I have to make a video on that. When you do a wedding that you cannot afford, very extravagant wedding that you're owing, like I think Sisi Fechi said that she knows somebody that has been owing, that have been married for 5 years, they've been paying their wedding expenses. 5 years, some will be paying for 10 years. That one is an additional problem. Additional problem in the sense that when you now get married with all this debt, because the man will say, no problem, he'll go and borrow money. No problem. Let's do this big wedding that you want. But mind you, bear in mind that when you now come in, that you have to pay off that debt. He can't pay it alone. And when you bring problems like, oh, my mother needs a lace, my mother needs this, and he says, no, we can't afford it. Oh, I need this and I need that. And he said, not now. Don't get angry because you incurred that debt too, because you wanted to look good for just a one-day thing. You see what I'm saying? People don't realize that the truth has to be said. So when they come in there now, oh, I'm now married, let me show off. Oh, I want this car. And the man is like, we can't afford it. Our credit history doesn't look good. You see? So that's where the problem is. But another thing is, so marriage is now just cohabitation. They are just there because I'm married. They don't have a relationship with their husband. But because of the society, they stay there. But my thing is, if you are in abusive, oh my God, what is that? There's a noise. Okay.
Sorry, my son is dragging his car, so I'm trying to.
Okay.
I'm muting my. I'm muting my
Okay.
mic now. Just keep on.
No problem. But my thing is, if you are in an abusive relationship, a relationship that is not healthy, there's no reason. If you can but just get out of that relationship. It's not healthy for you, and it won't be healthy for your children. See what happened to Osinachi. But what I'm saying is a normal relationship where people enter because it's not what hey, I thought that it would be like this. So marriage is work. People should learn to understand that. Forget about the pictures that they show on social media. You're learning each other. Both of you are building together. When you build something, it's not that easy. It requires work. But as long as both of you're doing it together, it's enjoyable. And when you achieve a milestone, the celebration, the joy that you feel, the way you give each other a high five and say, oh, we did it, that means we can tackle the next project. So that's what my 2 cents I just want to add. We continue talking about marriage. Can you hear me? Am I talking too much?
Yes, I can hear you.
Yeah. So that's
Thank
what
you
people
so
should
much.
understand. Yeah, I've been married
Oh,
for a
Elizabeth
while
says
now.
yes. So on my wedding day, I wore Ankara. The family were
Yeah.
laughing at us, but 5 years later, we bless God. We bless God.
Exactly. I shared my
Yeah.
story yesterday. Remember? I shared my story, my wedding. When we had our wedding, and my husband, we were talking. We said, okay, what do we want? When I came over, okay, we decided that we want to buy our first home before that wedding because we already did the what do you call it, the court marriage, because I came with fiancé visa, so I have so we wanted to call friends to celebrate and all that. So we decided, I said, buying a house is more important too than having this huge wedding. So God helped us. We bought our first home. That was 1990 something, but it was just the most joyful time in our lives, our first home. What? So then after that, we decided this is what we can afford for this wedding, because we decided we don't want to owe anybody anything for wedding. No debt. We have our mortgage already for the house. So what we did, we cut our cord according to our size, because we realized wedding is just a one-day thing. Correct. You don't want to owe for the rest of your life that you're doing wedding. You see? I say, oh, reception. I say, I'll do it in my house. Cake, I'll go and buy the cake. Hey, God.
You were able to do that because it was in the 90s. These days, no young woman.
Exactly.
Things have changed.
So we just bought the wedding cake. Everything went well. It was so beautiful. Because wedding, the way I look at it, intimacy, you need to enjoy that day. But many people don't even enjoy because everybody is there just to.
When you are in Nigeria, it's family something.
Exactly.
It's for your family itself, it's not for you. So if you want to enjoy it, you take to go and enjoy your house.
Exactly.
They have to invite their friends. So unless you want to do like Ivy, say okay.
So my advice,
but that's going to be for the white wedding, not even for the trad. You cannot do Ivy for trad.
Yeah, I know. I did traditional wedding back home, though. I know how it was. My father being an eminent person, I know how it was. It was like everywhere. But the thing I'm saying is this: cut your coat according to your size. Wedding is just a one-day thing. Marriage is how long you want it to be. You see what I'm saying? Don't incur debt because of a one-day thing. If you want to incur debt, you think about it. If you come over here, you still have to go back to school. There are things you have to do. Cut your quota, even if that you have to borrow or make your husband borrow. Bear in mind that when you come, you're going to pay those debts. And initially, you won't be able to be showing off that, oh, I have this, I bought this, and sending money to your friends and family and all that. That's where the problem comes. Because the man will be trying to pay off that debt. And you're trying to tell him, my mother needs this judge, or my mother needs this person thing, or my father. And he's telling you he cannot afford that. Kata will bust too. You see what I'm saying? Because your mother or your whoever will be back home bothering you, you need to send this. Your brothers, your sisters, they need this. See? That's where the kata, before you know it, resentment will build. Know that when somebody borrows something, the person will need to pay it back. And what I advise young men, when you borrow for your wedding, make sure you tell your wife. Don't hide and come and do big boy. I'm a big boy. You're chilling with the big boys, Because when that time to pay back comes, you got the wrong kitty. Your marriage will be in a mess. So tell her so that she will know. When you come, this money, we have to pay it. You have to get a job. It may take us 2 years to pay everything off. We can do it. You see, don't lie to them. Because I heard the story of somebody said, I think it was Pat Ayaba. This man was posing that he's a big boy. After the wedding, the girl went to the man's house. The man lived in a 1-bedroom. You see what I'm saying? The girl left immediately. So
Wait, Sister Ju, wait. That one is a little bit too much. So before the wedding, she never visited where the man was staying.
No, that's what Pat said. The man was renting somebody else's house. Was staying rent. You can rent a home now.
Yeah, now there are plenty service apartments. So it
Yes.
makes it easier. The whole of
You can
Lagos
rent
right now
a
is service
big
apartments,
one.
furnished. You can even hang your pictures, hang everything, make it look like your own.
And another thing that they're doing now in Nigeria, because if you come to my live stream, they'll tell you stories. They will even pay people to act as their parents. You see what I'm saying? The man will pay people to act like rich people, to act as his parents, to get a girl. So the girl now, they were spending everything. The girl thought they would go to this rented apartment. After the wedding, the man is like, okay, this is actually me. This is where I live and all that. The girl left. Yeah, Pat shared that story. I'm like,
it's very obvious that the guy never wanted to be married. Maybe he just wanted to conquer the girl, and that's it. Because marriage to me is not a one.
Maybe he was liking her. She wanted money, but even though that's not any reason to deceive somebody, but obviously maybe the girl wanted money so much that.
But that's what most of these Lagos girls are. All these young girls, they want money. If you talk to young men, they'll say, "Oh no, I'm not rich enough. I don't have a car." They want money. So that's how to get a girl. You pose as if you have money.
You can pose to get it, not to the point of marriage, because the marriage I still remember, they will go and do introduction, get to know where the village this boy is from, the village this lady is from. Did they cut all those protocols and just went straight to the wedding?
My dear, they do. They don't do
that.
them. You're talking about Nigeria. Come to my life and all these young people now. This Lagos.
When you are even happy that the person came, what if the person decides to go and stay with the person without giving you bride price?
Exactly.
You're happy that people even came to come and pay.
No, Rose, I'm gonna ask you. You're a young lady that recently married not too long. Didn't you guys do at least make inquiries?
They did for me now. I'm saying they did for me.
Yeah.
I'm not saying they don't do it, but I'm saying that, for instance, now, let's assume that I said, I wanted to go and stay with my husband before I married him. You understand? And I go and stay there, and maybe I'm even giving birth. They have not come to pay birth. But my parents are not begging me, "Oh, please, come and say I don't want, because I'm a big girl. Nobody can tell me anything." If they just say they want to come and do those, so yeah, bring the one you have and carry her and go, because
exactly.
I've already gone
Okay.
before they even gave me out.
Okay. The percentage of those are small. Is a fraction.
They are.
I don't even
It also
consider
depends
them.
on the family.
Yeah, I don't
Depends on the
consider them
family.
as the people I'm talking about when I talk about marriage and relationship. I don't consider them at all, because they've already given themselves out there without considering the norms or even dignity or integrity to their name. So I really don't put them in this equation.
Yeah, but they're all married, and they're not Mr. and Mrs.
Most of them are not married. This example Rose talked about now, they are not married. They have 5 children in Lagos, 4 children. They are not married. They are cohabiting.
Most of them are not married. They are not even paid bride price, but they are living
At
as
all.
husband and wife.
No, cohabitation is not marriage now. And it's like they're getting it from the men. Because one story that I shared on my live stream, I saw on Justice TV. This woman, after 3 years cohabiting with this man, after 3 kids, 13 years cohabiting with this man walked and told her, see? And then the judge was asking her, so this man didn't even pay bride price on your head? She said no. That she kept saying, oh, he will. And now the man wants to marry somebody else. And this girl is devastated. In my heart, I'm like, the judge felt so bad. But the judge said, you stayed with him. At least you should have paid your bride price. And the man had the God to say he should have known after the second kid, giving birth to the second kid, that I wasn't going to marry her. Now the girl is left high and dry.
But for me, Sister Uju,
can I finish?
I'm sorry,
Please,
I don't pity that woman.
Can I finish? Yes, can I finish?
Yeah.
So he said that the only thing, the judge can do is just for the man to pay child support.
Right.
Because think about it, no spousal support. 13 years of this girl's life gone like that. See? So now the judge was telling, what can you do? She doesn't work. She doesn't work. Not even any business. So young girls should just wise up. Don't follow somebody because, I'll marry you, and they're not doing anything. Don't follow anybody till they pay your bride price. Then you can consider living or having kids with these people. So sorry about it, Oyoyo, go ahead.
What I'm trying to say is that for me, I'm not gonna pity that woman for any reason. I'm sorry I might be hardcore, but that's the truth. You had the first child with a man.
13 years.
The second child. No. Whatever comes out of it, deal with it.
A lot of times the way women function is that they are feeling okay, I had the first one. The African woman thing. I always talk about this. Like we feel like after one child, I think the average African woman feels like, okay, I'm done for. Like I'm done. Like nobody's going to want me. I have one child. But you see that's different. Even people that are educated, that actually are very successful in their field of work and everything, they still have that mindset that after one child, what is left of me, Then maybe that's just what she was thinking. Now I have the second one. Worst case scenario. Then let me just have the third one. I know that okay, one day you will marry me, because obviously people are calling them husband, but people might not even know they were not married.
Rose, most of these ladies that are into that run away from home. Most of them are run away. Those that their parents, they don't respect their parents. Mm-hmm. Because you can't tell me that you lived well with your parents, then you now walk and leave the house and then pack into another man's house. You have no regards for your parents whatsoever.
13 years.
So they are run away. And for me, I'm sorry, I might be hardcore. I don't feel pity for that woman. You are not married to the man, pure and simple. If the man decided to move on with his life, that's fine for him. All he could do for you.
It's harder for you to move on with your life because children are always going to be about mommy.
Where is she moving to? Moving to whose place? With 4 children. The least the man could do is to pay support. That's the least the man could do. But the woman wasted. There was a time they called us here. Somebody from my husband's side, they said that the girl ran to Lagos. All the way from the east, you ran to Lagos. You've been living with a man. Now you have 3 children. They were even begging you to come back, and you refused to come back. Those kind of stories, they don't settle down well with me. Then now you want your mother to come and start suffering and raising those children. Because the man is busy doing nothing in Lagos. So you people are doing what? Having children. Bringing kids that you can't afford to take care of.
And the man cannot even decide, okay, we've had kids, let me just go and pay the bride.
Which you pay the bride price. Was that the agreement in the first place? The man was having fun. The woman was enjoying it. And then what comes out was the next thing, the side effect of fun and enjoying it. You produce. So the thing is that those runaway, I wish somebody would sink into them. If their parents can tell them categorically, you have missed the mark. So don't come back to us and start telling us to help you. People should be able to take a stand. At least if one person is set as an example, as a precedent, others will follow.
It's sad. So they should abandon their child now for making mistake.
Which abandon their child. They should take care of their child or their children. They should foot the bill. Go and
you know, grandparents have soft spots for grandchildren, so they'll just be like, "Your mother has made this mistake. Let me just still carry you."
Do you know such women? They will still not be appreciative of their mother.
My issue with all those things is that I feel like the role of a grandparent, most times every grandparent prays for their children to be alive and take care of their children. I feel like the grandmother role is different from the mother role. You understand? Like,
Yeah.
My mom can be here now, and even if she's helping me with my child, sometimes he still wants me. You understand? It's a different role than, you are finished training a child in your young age. Now you are training. I know that formative age is very, very delicate. And grandparents most times pet children so much during those stages. You understand? They pet them, they cannot like scold them or anything. So like it's a different upbringing. Now you're not stressing that person who has finished training you to be an adult. You're not stressing her with training a child again, like as if they are training you that they've trained years ago. So it's just a lot. It's just really not a healthy cycle.
It's not. And people
No.
should not encourage that. People should not encourage that. Somebody told me last week that you need to hear how the girl talks to the mother.
Okay, so Elizabeth has a question for you. So what if they are legally married but did not marry traditionally, and also without their father, some run away in bracket, you don't know why?
If they are legally married, it becomes the responsibility of the man to take care of his children. That's what, assuming that particular story is to just share, that the woman and the man were legally married. Of course, every responsibility will be on that man to take care of the children. You understand? That one is recognized as marriage, in as much as bride price was not paid, but they walked to the court and signed the registry. It's a legal marriage. Likewise, the traditional customary way of paying dowry is a legal marriage. So those two is what is recognized. The white dresses we wear to church is just a ceremony or an event. It's not any legal thing when it comes to marriage. So if that man went to the court, signed registry with that woman, of course it's his responsibility to take care of those children. And then, again, he will not be talking about getting married to another person. Because that court marriage ties him to that woman for life.
Yeah.
Unless if they divorce.
And even in the divorce, you have something at least you don't just go like this. You just say you went without anything, like you're high, like just nothing. You didn't benefit anything like from. And if you're not even in, like maybe they're overseas or in America or somewhere, you pay child support. In Nigeria, he might not even pay any child support.
He might not pay a dime. I know
if
those
he decides
stories.
that he doesn't want to pay any money, you'll be the one paying school fees. Hello?
Yeah, they will not pay anything in Nigeria. That one we all know how it goes. But I think the Lagos State and then the new Child Act that they I think it was about 3 or 4 years ago that was enacted. I think it has a piece of it has provision that they have to pay child support, but it's not as enforceable as it is here, in Nigeria. Okay, but the thing is that if a girl decides to be a runaway, she should know the consequences, because the man might decide to like drive her away.
Most times, love if like to be like pick out on your head and be going, you don't understand.
Can that truly be love?
They will say it's love. That's it's love initially for lots of them. They don't understand.
If that is love, the man should love you enough to go and pay your bride price.
Yeah, because marriage is supposed to be like security. You should be secure, like you are giving your life. I think you are just having this whole thing, everything in your life with one person. You should have security at least in that, in the marriage, which is why there's bride price, there's signing papers, something, just okay, this is my security. If anything, this is what I'm holding against this person, or like give me something, for my children at least.
Yeah.
People don't understand.
I don't know. I don't call that love, because if you say you love me, sweetheart, honey, 1 year, 2 year, and you never gone to see my parents, that's not love now. You're lusting after me because of what you want to enjoy in the night, not that you love me. Because if you love me enough, you should be able to ask me, let's go to your village. Let me go and meet your people. That's true love. You want to know where I am from, what my mother looks like, what my mother will come and do Omobo now. If that's love. But these women, their parents don't even know where they live in Lagos. So it's not love. That's complete loss, as in Lust. That's what it means. We should be able to define love. Love is genuine. Love is pure. Love is truthful. Love is respectful. Love is honest. But all of these things I talked about that defines love is not in that relationship. It's an entanglement that they got into. They're just there enjoying themselves, lusting after each other. And that's why a man can wake up after 13 years and say that you should have known after the second child. Because he never really
and
loved you.
sometimes those people are not even scared, because what if something happens to one of the people? What if something happens to the woman that's living with you in the house for how many years? And now, so where are you
It's
going?
easier for them to handle. You know why? They don't know the village where the woman comes from. So they will just scream, and their neighbors will contribute money. They will go and bury the person shallow in a mortuary somewhere in Lagos. There's nobody to connect with. This is the family. This is the village. So it's easier for them to deal with if anything should happen to the woman. It becomes more difficult when they know the family. I've seen people that marry cops because they did not pay bride price, because they did not do anything. There is this lady in the street where we grew up in Onitsha. She was just when we were staying, I think I was in just 3 or something. They were already, she's my elder sister's mates, you understand? So they were classmates. We look at them as big girls, you understand? Then eventually everybody graduated from secondary school, started going into university. She did not further. The next thing we heard that she's in Abuja, she was with that she's with a man. We thought she was married. Then she will start having kids. Then fast forward, when we finished from college, the next thing we're hearing is that the lady died. And then because they did not pay bride, they are from Onitsha tradition. They had to do bride price on that woman lady, on the corpse. So people should be able to differentiate love from lust. People can. They should. Those things they do, run away, you come to Lagos, you meet one aburo under the bridge somewhere. From there, you move into one apartment like that. You start having children. That is not
Elizabeth
love.
says, I have a childhood friend that the father said she would never get married just because he wanted to, with her. She had to run away with her hubby. Almost this one. Like Sierra said, as long as they had that court marriage, at least there should be an evidence or something that shows that they are married. You get, then maybe they can sort that one out.
If
Because
they
the issue is that you did not pay bride price, you did not do court marriage. You don't have any thing that shows that you are married to the person. You're just cohabiting. Like Suju says, that's not marriage. Cohabiting is
it's not marriage at all. It's
when
not
marriage. When I heard people say that, what's the difference? It's just paper. I'm like, if paper is so easy, why didn't you just sign it? When people want to justify something,
how much
they like
is
to speak
bride
English.
price? They
like
do
to speak English.
dowry. They pay dowry without any a lot of encumbrance. You understand? You can just pay if their custom is, for example, is $35, is $50, is $200, is $1,000. Then with few drinks,
My own set is less than 100 naira. Sef.
See, no, that's what I'm saying.
So it's even very cheap.
Thank you. It's even cheaper
Very,
than going
very.
to do registry. You just bring 1 or 2 people from your village. They will pay. That is all the court is asking for. That dowry. That's what is recognized. Forget the flamboyant traditional marriage. The court is not after that one. But did you pay that customary bride price? That is all. It could be 50 naira, 100 naira, 1,000 maximum. How much did they even collect for my head, sir? I'm not going to ask my brother again. It's not expensive. So there is no reason, if a man is truly in love with a woman, there is no reason for that man not to go and see her people and do the needful.
even away from the whole bride price thing, like in Africa, I even see some people, let's say maybe Black Americans, or even whites, that when they try to justify cohabiting and everything, they say, we don't want to put a title to it. We prefer to just stay. We don't want to put a name to it. Putting names to each things spoil it, and it's just
Rose,
marriage.
let
What's
me
the
tell
difference?
you why they don't want
And
to
I'm
put a
saying
name
that
to it.
if that paper was so easy, if it's nothing,
You know why they
go and
don't want
sign
to
it.
put it? Do you know why? Because
Why?
once you put a name to it, that money that you think you're making will now be divided once that name is those
Yeah.
dotted lines are signed. It becomes legal. So anything, and especially this one that stayed 13 years,
In the
of course, the
USA,
man,
in some states, if you cohabit for together for 6 years, for 6 months, you are seen as married. So for 6 months. Hi, Sister Chike. Welcome.
so the thing
Just
is that
six
those
months.
people
6 months is small now.
they don't want to do this thing. They don't want to sign the doctor down, because once you do, they will now start knowing, okay, fine. If I'm making SY dollars a year, that means if this man decides to walk away from the marriage, I'm going to share my days. I'm gonna share that. That's why.
My husband said I should ask Elizabeth where he heard what I said. He said where.
Which state is this one? Oh, let me know. 6
My
months
husband said
cohabitation.
where. My husband is in front of me now. Like he came and said where.
Which state in the US, Elizabeth?
Who said though? Please, Elizabeth space. Somebody that was it. I just read that somebody's comment. See what he's doing. Which state though? Let us know so that we know whether we should avoid those states.
Could it be Utah?
Maybe.
In some
I'm
states.
sure I think she's in the US, so maybe she has a little bit of information. Let's hear.
Yeah.
So we are plenty that want to know which state. My husband is interested in this gist.
Yeah, if not that I'm using my phone, I would have just Googled it out to know the state in the US, because everything is online.
Oh, she says hold on. So I'm guessing she wants to get the
Okay.
information. Okay, welcome, Sis Chike. So hey, we can hear you. So
My
this
dear
whole
people,
divorce thing, it's like it's happening every day. And it's like it's as if sometimes you know that
and then
okay, these
again, Rose,
things
you know those days, those are parents' time. You understand?
they were enduring plenty things.
Not just they did not go to school.
Yeah, I feel
Education
like
comes.
education has done a
It
lot
comes
of
with
things
a
for
lot of
women.
things. Our parents' time, they did not go to school. But I'm looking at, okay, I have a sister, my big sisters.
Hi, Kelly.
Some of their daughters are in their early. I think one of my mother's first grandchild should be about 30, 32 or 33. Okay,
Oh, good.
so that my sister should be 55 or 56. She should be 55, 56 this year, and her daughter is 32 or thereabout. She had her, I think, when she was 20 or 19 or 21, within that period. So that my sister, for example, is an educated woman. She's a lawyer. Then her daughter is educated woman. Okay. Now that her daughter is not talking about people to take care of. You understand? Not talking about people to send money to Nigeria. All she wants is just her peaceful marriage, her life, and that of her husband. That's all her parents ask. But during our own time, most of our parents did not go to school. Okay. And then most of them did not have a job. Is what their husbands were providing. Now they are getting old. There is no retirement plan in Nigeria. So they look forward to their children as means of what? Retirement, to take care of them. Okay. Now, if you now get into that situation that you have to send money to your mother, and your husband is saying, no, we sent money last month, we should not send money this one, is affecting our budget. That's when we start, because you can't be comfortable and not want your mother to be. Do you understand? So financial is a crisis, and for an educated, she will state the law for you. She will say, no, this is it. She will have an opinion. Unlike those days, our parents, they will say, okay, let's do it this way. Okay, I'm going to. Do you understand? Things changed drastically since women became empowered, became educated, and then Western civilization has really encroached into African culture. That our people are not even looking forward to African culture. They want to what is obtainable in the US. That's what they are looking for. Okay, they said you should not slap a woman, then don't slap me. They say if a woman is the master of home in the US, then I want to be the master of home in Nigeria. They forget so quickly that the two cultures are not the same. Women have more rights in the US, unlike in Nigeria. But they want to catapult that norm in the US to Nigeria. That's where the problem comes. The man will now say, did you cook dinner? He say, why should I cook the Go and fix dinner for yourself. It works in the US, but it will not work in Nigeria. So we should be able to know when to draw the line. A friend of mine, before I came to the US, the sister was coming back to Nigeria with the husband. The moment they got to the airport, the woman pleaded with the husband, say, Biko, di mama, when we get into the village, I don't want to see you in the kitchen. Because he's the man that cooks in the US. So she started begging from the airport, don't go and embarrass me, so that no mother will not come and find me. This person will not come and know how we're doing it. Do you understand? Then the husband, it was difficult to adjust, but she kept hammering him. If the man nears the kitchen, no, honey, what do you want? What are you doing here? But she can't do that in the US. Is the dinner ready? You understand? But when they go back to Nigeria, oh, honey, do you want to eat dinner? I'm gonna fix it. So people should know when to draw the line. If this is what is obtainable in this society, is that same thing obtainable in your own society? Imagine a trader in Onitsha will go to the market and come back. You tell him to go and fix dinner. No be slap, you will land your face.
Men now are fixing, they are trying.
And men are trying, the educated ones are trying and fixing. Go and tell a trader to go and try and fix. Go tell a man from Onitsha market. Okay, Elizabeth says she can't remember right now.
Yeah.
Wrong answer, but we'll get. Okay, I'm also going to research. I don't know about 6 months. 6 months is too short for me to do this too.
Welcome, Kelly. So Kelly is asking us what we're discussing today. We're just talking about a lot of things, talking about why it seems like the divorce rate is higher. Oh, okay. Sis, they have a question for you.
Okay.
Please, what is the caller saying? Does it mean that it's good for a man to slap his woman because of Nigerian culture? Yeah.
No. It's not good. I'm only trying to make an
Elizabeth says Texas.
You understand? It's not right. Nobody should raise a hand in anybody, whether or maid or whether or whatever. Nobody has that right to raise a hand on anybody. But what I'm trying to say, the point I'm trying to drive home here, if you know what is obtainable in your culture, follow norm. Don't borrow culture and enforce it on an adult. It doesn't work. It doesn't work. You understand? Let me say here, okay, here, for example, if a 911 call is placed in my home and it's a domestic issue, the police will come and walk the man out of the house. Okay? But if a 911 call is made in Nigeria and it's a domestic issue, they will carry the woman and say, okay, madam, make you just call your mother or go somewhere and scream. Because the house is the man. But here in the US, whether it's the house is on the man's name, the woman is what they are looking out for and the children. Then before they will now start settling. Do you understand what I'm saying? So the culture plays a lot of role in what we are trying to do, especially when it comes to marriage. Unlike the fixing of dinner, okay? Fixing of breakfast. In Nigeria, it's expected that a wife cook for the home. But here, no. When Oprah Winfrey went on national television and said, at least you should cook for your mom, maybe once I can't remember if she said once in a month or once in a week or once in a while. I didn't find it funny. So once in a while is what you cook, maybe once in a week. I'm gonna get that phrase right. So Rose, tell me, in Nigeria, tell a woman you should cook for your husband once in a week. What would that man tell you in the first place? I did not marry you to cook in the house once a week. So the rest of the days, where are we going to eat? So people should stop importing cultures. It's beginning to affect a lot of things.
Yeah.
It's really.
Sorry? Yeah, okay. Elizabeth says Texas. So maybe, Texas. Texas. Google now. Ah, okay. Ulaga Nala Virum Virum B. Yes, thank you for coming. Okay. I have a question for the caller. For Sister Yoyo. Most cultures are made against women. Most Nigerian cultures are made against women. Yeah, that's a lot of things. Like I said, this topic is very, very broad because you know how we say, okay, I think there was a live stream a few weeks ago. We're talking about these cultural differences. I think it was Chika's live stream where she talked about men doing house chores and everything. You know, all this equality. She's like, I just feel like, however it works for you in your house, as long as two of you are meeting, like coming to an agreement how it works for you in your house. My own is that nobody should suffer. You understand? One person should not suffer because they are trying to please the other person all around and the other person is not doing anything. For instance, cases where like because this thing as Zero is saying, let's say now in an African home where a Nigerian home where the woman is the one maybe going out to even work. She goes out to work, she's the one that works, comes back by 6 o'clock. Maybe the man is not working, maybe he's out of job, maybe he's out of work for a while, or he's just not working. Something, then he sits at home, the woman comes up at 7 p.m. to start cooking up a storm in the kitchen, you know, to still go to do children's assignments, to still dress children up for school, to still go to work. I just feel like at that point, the man is not even being sensitive enough to, you know, to help out with the church, considering you're not actually going out to make money. So I get what you're saying, Kelly, that a lot of cultures like made against women. That's because that's why sometimes now it looks like women have more education now, and women are beginning to say, okay, we can't take this, we can't take that. And it's going to be like one of the reasons why the divorce rate is increasing because women are saying we can't take this, we can't take that most of the time. Our culture is made by human. Yes, I'm of this opinion too, Kelly. I always say this about culture. I feel like it's made by humans and can be amended by humans. Like I'm not
Okay,
so
Rose,
hard.
what I want to add to what you're saying is this.
Mhm.
We should not think that the culture here was made for women. No, but people marched for it. People fought for that civil right. People worked hard for it. It wasn't like this. If you go back to looking at the old American movies or read old American stories, they were wearing long dresses like the Deeper Lifers.
Yes, in the house, always cooking in the kitchen,
Thank
always.
you. They were not
Women were always having this thing and they're always
would,
cooking.
They would tie their hair, wear those long dresses, always in the kitchen. All they know is
always wearing those corsets, like to look good for the man, still on after while walking.
So the thing is that the culture we are talking about is some people worked hard for it and they are still fighting for it. In this country, they are still fighting for women cause. They are still negotiating, they are still marching, they are still speaking. But the thing now about our people, we know how to copy very well. We don't copy infrastructural development in Nigeria, but we copy fashion, we copy crime. We don't copy anything that has a positive side to help our people. We copy the bad ones. Okay, fine. If African women or Nigerian women are saying the culture was meant not to favor women, how many women have marched to the court premises or done anything civil to like fight for their right?
In fact, they are going to even tell you to manage.
That's the thing. But they want to
do the same thing,
import.
but we're not talking. No, we're not talking.
They
Just
want to
manage.
import the one that is working in a culture where there is no relatives here. When I mean relative, Rose, is me, my husband, and my children. You are my sister, right? Is what if I decide to buy you gift for Mother's Day? Oh, that's for my sister. Then I will buy, right? There is no attachment whatsoever. You know the way we say our villages, right? Villages here, you will see a couple. They started their home in, let's say, in Indiana. Eventually, they moved to another state. They've left that state completely. There is no attachment. You understand? Then their children or their great-grandchildren will know, oh yeah, my great-grandpa came from Indiana, but they don't have a specific place that their great-grandpa came. So Africa has that community thing that we are talking about. We shouldn't forget that. And that's what is holding us together as community. That's why a cousin can put a call through someone and say, urgent 2K. and you start running around to send the 2,000. Nobody will call you here, a cousin or relative, say, can you give me $100? Are you mad? But we don't understand the cultural differences between these two, and they want to copy whatever it is that is happening. They want to import that, will I say, women right that is working here to start working in Nigeria. No, everything has a process. If the culture back home is say you cook, see, we all live here. We still cook in our homes, in as much as we live in a place where the culture is this and that. Do you understand? We still cook in our home. We still do everything a normal Nigerian wife or woman would do. We still do all of those. So that we're not even looking at, okay, are they saying you cook once a week or once in a we still cook our meal, even our African meal. But the things that most of our children, they don't want to eat it, we still try to like encourage them to eat those. So people should stop to, when I mean drawing the line, knowing where to draw the look, I can stretch this, but not to an extent. You understand? I shouldn't go beyond this boundary because it's gonna cause a problem.
I still see a lot of African American women or white. I don't want to say only American because like people from other countries that are not Africans. I see some people like on Instagram, even on YouTube, who are proud homemakers, who are proud stay-at-home moms, who are proud, like they pride in the fact that they're taking care of their homes. They do the laundry, they do the cooking, they do like the husband goes out, comes back. I feel like that traditional thing is still there. People who still live their lives that way and they're having a good time doing it.
Yeah, there's
see them a lot
my
on social media.
sister-in-law, my sister-in-law told me what shocked me. She went to do I think
She will
orientation.
answer, Kelly. She will answer.
She went for an orientation for one of her sons in Harvard. She said she met a woman there. The woman has 5 children. She's a stay-at-home mother. Rose, stay-at-home mother. 4 of her children are in Ivy League school. And she's trained. The children did not go to any school, physical school.
Yeah,
she sat at home, raised those children, taught them. People still do that.
And that's why I have issues when I hear people say somebody is just a stay-at-home mom. I have issues with that because you can't just. I know that we're looking for women empowerment these days, and yes, we want everybody to have money, but right now it's easier for women to make money from the house, which is a good part of it. So even if you want to make money, you can make money from the house. But even some women, I know people like who the whole joy of their life. And when I say happiness, I always say that happiness is relative. The whole joy of their life is to raise their children, is to cater for their family. That's the whole joy of those women's life. And look at this woman now. You don't know how proud she is that it's the things that she started that made her children now be where they are at this point. You understand? And you know how it's just, I feel like whatever just works for anybody, as long as, and those women can be married is where the men still answer to, let me not say answer to them. They still know what the man earns financially. And I feel like it's better in countries that have more security for the woman in case anything happens. Because now if anything happens, at least there's more security. Okay, the woman has been at home, you pay for child support and all that. So Kelly asked the question, I think you have not answered that question. Some women are the breadwinners these days, and yet they still cook and take care of the children. What do you have to say about this? Kelly's on your matter. Okay, Kelly, Chike visited your house. So yes, thank you to Chike. People, I hope you are watching my ads. So support the girls' ministry. Support my ministry in this YouTube. Please join membership if you can. Join. Use the dollar sign if you can. We've been here for almost 3 hours. Yeah, so help a girl, watch the ads, join the membership, super chat if you can. Thank you. Stay at home moms are working as well. Yes, I know that they are working, but I'm just saying this because a lot of times people make it feel like
Rose, okay, let me answer Kelly.
Okay, yeah.
Kelly talked about women still cook in their home, their career women. Yes. The responsibility of a woman is a nurturing one. And the first job we got as women was, especially when we start having children, the first responsibility.
I still have that thought too. Even before I got married, I said one of the things I wanted to do is because I want to be very successful in whatever I do, you understand? But I always want to be that mommy. That's why I just want to be present at home too. It's one of the things I prayed for. Like I want it. I want the success and also like to be that mommy that my child will be like, my mom's food, my mom's this, because I'm making those
Mhm.
things. He likes how my food tastes. I want all of those. And
Thank you.
I'm not ashamed of the fact that I pride in taking care of my home, my family. You
Okay.
understand? I don't. I
Great.
want it
You know
all.
why I said the first responsibility of a woman is what being a mother, especially when you
Yes.
start having children. Okay.
Yes.
When I was making my Facebook profile many years ago, no, when I was doing updates after I had my first child, the first thing I wrote that I'm a mom. I know I started, I'm a daughter, I'm a wife, I'm a mother. The list is my profession. Before I put I'm a lawyer, you see where I started. Because I was a girl, somebody's daughter, somebody's wife, then somebody's mother. I pride so much in being in that job. That's my number one. Every time I look at my children, after scolding them, I go back in my quiet place. Okay, did I overdo it? Am I doing it in the line of what God has put as my responsibility?
Yes.
I'm only a caregiver. If I fail in that job and then I'm successful in another man's job in this earth, I have failed. That's the way I put that burden on myself. And
Yes.
because I'm here to take care of them, I cater for my home. I cook for my home. I do the
Yes.
cleaning. I just told you I finished painting my house, right, Rose? I just finished. Am I a painter? No, but when I made a video about it, I was laughing from cheek to cheek, doing it, priding, feeling happy. It was most exciting thing for me because I've never done a thing like that before. My kids came out, they look at it, wow. The excitement in their faces is what lightens
Yes.
me up. So we all do that and we still go ahead and make money. Okay, making the money, being a career woman is the least in what I just listed. The first
Yes.
responsibility is what? Being a mom, taking care of that home that God
Yes.
puts in your hands.
Yes. Because for instance, now I'm making this live stream. I have my husband is around, he's willing to take care of our baby, he's doing his own part, but he still wants to be here with me most of it. See, look at him, he's just here, see, he's shooting the chair to sit down. As much as somebody else wants to take care of it, he still wants to, sit close to me. And sometimes he's sitting beside me and you see, I'm talking about you and you're pushing this chair. He's sitting beside me and I'm making this live video, like he still wants to, oh yeah, come and say hi to people. See, I'm talking about. Say hi.
Hey, handsome.
Hi.
Hey,
Say hi,
sweetie.
everybody.
Hey,
Yeah, say hi. We're going to do YouTube birthday for you. His birthday is it next
so
week?
cute.
The birthday next week. I don't even know again. Hey, God, look at this mom.
You can't remember his birthday. In fact,
No, it's 2nd of June, but I don't know if it's next week.
Okay, okay.
Yeah.
I think next week is 20 something.
Oh yeah, I don't know if it's next week, but I know it's 2nd of June. I don't know the day yet.
Okay,
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah.
So,
So
That is it, oh. Rosie, I have to be stepping down. If you have any
oh, you've been
questions, they should
amazing.
put
Oh
them.
my
I will
gosh, you've
answer
been
on the
amazing.
chat. My kids are back from school, so let me type.
Oh yeah, I had you talk to one of them. Thank you so
All
much.
right, you guys
Hi
take
to
care.
Ezine from I know Ezine's name.
And she's behind me here. She's on my
Oh,
back,
you see, tell her I
and
said
she's 8
hi.
years old though.
Oh, you see,
She's on
say
my
hi
back
to
now.
Ezine.
Isn't it? See that beautiful lady is asking of you. Say hi.
Hi.
Hi. You want to see her face? Let me make sure that you see her face. You're right. You're removing your face. Where is the cam again? Okay. Hi. Say hi.
Mommy's baby, can you?
See the room I
Hi.
painted.
Oh, you did great though. Look at the windows. You did great. Ah, it's shining. That's
Oh,
good though. You
thank you,
did good though.
everybody, Jerry.
Thank you. Thank you.
Bye.
Hi. Bye. Bye. Ah, Jenny, no, I still there. Oh. I still there. But you can't call it Jenny. Come and join my live stream. Come and join my live stream. Eh? I thought you wanted to drink water. You guys. Oh, she's answering your question. Okay, let's talk about it. She's not really here to. We're just talking about a lot of things. Kelly, let's hear your thoughts. It's not a question and answer thing. I think she'll be in the comments so she can even type something for you. But what's your question really? Thank you, Sis Cheke. What's your question really, Kelly? Which of the questions? Welcome, but her husband people are against it. I don't know. Let me go up and see what Kelly is saying. I wish Nigeria adopt the fact that you come from where you are born. That's another one, though. Don't is that how it is when you overseas? You come from where you're born, but you're married into some other place. What I don't know. Is that not how it is everywhere? When you get married overseas, are you not from your husband's place now? Kelly, I can't add you in because it's not letting me. Say device not connected. Kelly is trying to call in. Device not connected, Kelly. I don't know what you have to do. I mean, a woman that is the breadwinner. Okay, my husband has come to talk. What?
Nobody's coming here.
Okay, not from anywhere from the country. Okay, so you like. So now, like in Nigeria, now my husband is saying, okay, so Nigeria now, you are from your place, then you are from now from where your husband is from. So now, where am I from? I know I'm saying from Nigeria now, where am I from? That's what I was saying now. Be talking, they're hearing your voice now, so talk what they're going to hear. Oh my god, my husband was going to give me information. My husband they like me and they give wrong information for this social media platform. He'd be like, don't embarrass our family in public. Hi, Elizabeth. Hi, Biobi Show. Hi, check it. Kelly, I couldn't let you in because they said, Papa, please, you're disturbing. Maybe please carry him. They said that device not connected. Device not connected. That's what they were saying, Kelly. So, hello, delicious Annie. Kelly, please call back so I can let you in. I don't know why it was telling me that your device not connected. Hi, you Jen. Oh my god, my child are doing this live stream together. I don't even understand. He won't let his father take him. He would not allow me to. So finally, he left. I know for 5 seconds. He'll soon come back. Hello, Biobi. Oswald says, Kelly, I now answer your question. That's not married. The man has turned her to a slave. Kelly, so you're finally answering your question. Kelly, they said device not connected. I can't allow you. I can't click to join you to the stream. Okay, from studio. Maybe try calling back again, Kelly, and I'll see if I can let you in. In Igbo, our people used to say that women don't have a house name. Me, I have name. Oh. But I get what you're saying, Jenny. I get what you're saying. You came early, don't worry. We're still here. People should just try watch the ads. Oh. Watch the ads. Guys, my membership button is on. Oh. Join. Oh, yes. Kelly, try calling in again so that you would I will hear what I don't think Kelly wants to say something, so I want to hear what Kelly has to say. Call in again, please, so that I can see if I can allow you, I can add you. When I try to add you, it's telling me that the device not connected. I don't know why that is. What does Kelly have to do? Somebody that knows, please tell her. What does she have to do? You guys, I'm taking out about okay. I'm talking about children don't come from the same state with their father. Children are from where their father is from now. Is it not how it is? I know that you can have citizenship from your mother's side too, as in from another country. You can get that kind of citizenship. But I know that in Nigeria, you're from where your father is from. My child is from his father's village, not from my village. I get what you're saying, though, Elizabeth. I get it. I feel like at least they should be able to have dual citizenship. At least dual citizen. My child should be able to be from my village and the father's village too. But that's not how it works here in Nigeria. My dear, I wanted to join, but he's saying join without mic. Are you using a mic? Maybe take out the mic. Because it's telling me that you should connect devices. That's what it's telling me. Lilinwa. Lilinwa, welcome. Thank you so much. We're talking about plenty of things. So Suju has been here talking. Suyoyo has been here. Josie has been here. Doris has been here. So just a lot of people that have been talking about this her whole topic. It's been an interesting one. We're still here though. We're still here. They were talking about why it feels like these days marriages end so quickly, like maybe even more than they used to end before. Is it that our generation we are too impatient or that we don't want to suffer? We have the soft life. We have the soft life. Anything will go pinch our body. Where is the dog? Carry me waka. Carry me come up for here. Or like where's the door? We don't want suffer head. We don't want any stress. And we've had okay, Mirabelle too was here. Mirabelle also said that sometimes it's just that we don't want to learn, we don't want to unlearn some things. You know, we talk about deal breakers too, saying that what is this deal breaker might not be my own deal breaker. So just a lot of things that make people leave marriages. But like generally, what is the cause for the high rate of divorce? Is it that and people who actually even stay, like what is used to measure the length of a successful marriage? Is it the number of years or the quality of the years that you stay? Because some people will say, just stay, you know, I'm staying for my children and all this, and you stay very, very long and you're not just happy, but you are still answering married. And somebody else who has left, they'll say, this person divorced, this person was not good, this person left the husband and all that. But the person did not want to suffer, and the person left unnecessary suffer head. So just a lot of things we've been talking about. So you can still call in and share your thoughts. The link is pinned, but I'm going to also post the link or paste the link again so that you guys can come in and talk. It's been 2 hours, 51 minutes. Wow, that's been something. That has been something. Yeah, try joining again, Kelly. Let's see one more time. Take out the mic, Kelly. Let's see if he's going to join. Elizabeth, you've been amazing. You've been amazing. You've been here for a very long time. Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. People that are coming in, please share the live stream, join in, watch the ads. Oh, this girl needs money. Watch the ads. This YouTube hustle. The T is very, very. I'm pronouncing the T because the hustle is real. Louis, please. Thank you. I have a friend who is the breadwinner. Husband is lazy, not doing anything, and not helping in house chores. Sad. She cooks and takes care of the home while husband watches TV. She wants to divorce, but okay, too much expectation because it's like, oh yes, I think Sister Jude talked about this. Sister Jude said that sometimes people get into marriage and they don't even know what it's all about. They don't know what to expect. They don't even have an idea what they are going to face. They just enter thinking it's going to be all rosy and it might not be. Her people and her husband are against it. So these are the issues in Africa. I'm sure this is in Africa. I'm sure this is in Africa or maybe Nigeria. But you know that this is, I don't know, this is not my advice to give. But anybody has anything to say about what Kelly has to say? What would you do in this situation? What do you think she should do in this situation? Let us, what should she do in this situation? Lily dear from Cheke TV. What would you do in this situation? What should she do? What would you, because you don't know what you, I feel like most times you don't even know what you will do until you are in the situation. You think you know what you are going to do until it's you that is happening to. So they say the person where they shoot, they pinch. Now you know as they pinch her. You know? The woman enjoy being a mom, but the work is too much. Yeah. House chores not anybody mates. And having to add it with stress at work, being the breadwinner, and now coming back up to do everything again. It can be a lot. Housework not anybody mates. Can she get somebody to help her if she's earning enough to get the help? I don't know. Guys, advise Kelly's friend. Well, gone are the days when people stayed in marriage just to answer Mr. or Mrs. Men and women have come to realize that they can be happy and make it in life without being in marriage. Definitely. Jen has said, go. Anyway, this. Sorry, I'm distracted. Yes, I said earlier on too that when it comes to marriage, I don't think that you can be. I don't think that. I feel like even before you get married, you are not always 100% happy all the time. So that's the same thing in marriage. Marriage is not going to make you happy all the time. There are going to be rough times, hard times, times where people are just there, not too happy, extremely happy, but like it's not like you are suffering. I feel like when it comes to this thing, nobody should suffer. There should be complementing. This one is doing this one, the other person should help them a little bit with the other part of the, so that one person is just not there suffering on top of nothing. You understand? for another person who is not even appreciative of the person that is doing all the work. Because they know they pay for who suffer pass. So they know they pay for who suffer pass. That's what I know. They know they give award. If you don't see where they give award, say highest in suffering, chairman in suffering, take your cup, take your gold medal, please. So as much as you can, no, try. Everybody should try to help the other. I think marriage is about helping, help the other person. Don't if you love somebody, you don't even want them to be suffering. Like person goes out, come back. Like there's no comfort in the house, there's no comfort outside. Nothing. They don't have 5 minutes to sit down and just rest. It's just a lot. Hey, it is so. It is. But I always say that Jenny says marriage is harder than it looks. Combining adulthood, parenthood, and marriage is actually a challenge. It is. But I always say that the things that should be hard should be the things that life throw at two of you. You understand? Like life would happen, things will happen. One person might have issues, one person might be sick, one person might have challenges that life is throwing at you. And that one is thing that we should do, not challenges that we are inflicting on each other. Because life is obviously going to throw things at us, at you and your spouse. You are going to have to fight through things together, work through things together. That life throws at you, not the things that you just sit down and you're just in the kitchen cooking up wahala, stirring wahala, turning it is pounded yam, just stirring up to just when your husband or your wife is coming out from the door, you just blow them powder of trouble. Those ones are just very, very unnecessary. You can actually live without all those numerous issues. You guys are amazing. Thank you so much. It's almost 3 hours and you guys have done great. Thank you. I hope that you enjoyed this live stream. I hope that we took something from it. Thank you so much, Sister Yoyo, for being here for a very long time. Thank you, Sister Suju. Thank you, Doris Clems. Thank you, Josie's Corner. Thank you, Victorious Mirabel. These people are people who came up to talk with me. Yeah. Thank you, Kelly. Kelly was trying to come up, but for some reason, I don't know how people end up my dear. It's crazy, but you never know. Some people just make mistakes that they cannot. I know they can correct, but it just happens. Life happens. I feel like life happens to everybody about different intensities. Different intensity. Oh, life happens to us all, but differently. But some things you can actually choose. Some things you have control over, at least over the person that you get married to. At least hoping that the person will continue to have sense, the sense you saw when you married them. Pray that they continue to have sense and you guys can just work out your issues. Yeah, it can be a lot. Imagine myself being in scandals called marriage. It's crazy. Well, you guys have been amazing, and I want to end this live stream by when it's 3 hours because I have things to do. We have things to do. I have video to edit. And I just want to make it short today because. Thank you guys so much. Guys, join my membership. I've been shouting this. Join my membership, Obiko. Join my membership. What the ads when you come to my video? We don't know. When is my party self going to my party of monetization? When is it going to be? When is it going to be? Oh, let me think of when my party will be so that we're going to do this party and get it done with. Hello, Lily. Yeah. Most often, what you see doing friendship is not what you see when you're married. Yes, it happens. Yeah, when marriage happens. But it should not be too extreme, Jenny. You get what I'm saying? It should not be too extreme. It should not be too extreme that you're like maybe now you saw me and my eyes were blue. And now you now go married and I said I have brown eyeballs. Like it's too extreme, It should not be too those kind of extreme things that you cannot deal with. Those are maybe the other person lied to the other person. Life no balance. No balance. So what we did do and we're moving, we're good. Yeah, I'm in love from Lily's platform. You guys, thank you so much for always gracing my live stream. We'll do this again next Wednesday for 7:15 p.m. God willing. Thank you guys so much. Thank you, Jenny, Amy. Thank you, Kelly, Lily. Thank you, everybody. You guys are amazing. Oh, thank you, Elizabeth. Thank you so much. Check It TV. Thank you so much, sis. I'm so grateful for all of you. Just took your time to come and stay here with me, and support a girl. Thank you, Black Money. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, guys. I am extremely grateful. Kiki Reality, thank you, Kiki. Kiki came early. Kiki was the first to come on my live stream. Thank you so much, Kiki. All these people that are coming now, all the people want me to do to stay on the live stream. Kadiron Biko. Ikadiron, I don't have strength again. I'm tired. Roses Glam, thank you, namesake. I even have a new comment. Yes, bye everyone. Thank you guys so much for coming. I'm going to see you in my next video. Please subscribe to the channel if you haven't. Take care of yourself. Stay safe. Be kind. Bye. Okay, Kelly says, not me. As a woman, let me ask you a comment. If it's me, I'm not even. Oh, if it's me, I'm running, not even leaving. I'll run, even if I have the money to get helping hand. Because I want my man to be a man. Yes, Ogechi, yes. Ogechi was here. Ogechi has been here. Thank you so much, Ogechi. Thank you. All right, bye, guys. I'm so grateful to all of you. This English, Bekia. 8 people. Where on our day, sis? Where on our day? Eh? Una, thank you. I'm going to leave. I want to leave by 3, and when it's 3 hours, so I'm still going to do that. Even if people will become 150. Okay, people are 100. I'm going to stay. I'm going to stay. Well, bye, guys. Thank you guys so much. Bye.